when I first started, it was like, oh, I'm going to make 100 songs this year. Well, now it's 160. And I'm like, okay, I'm on pace. I'm going to go for 200 this year.
And they have these sexy cafes where you get Vietnamese iced coffee, but there's a lot of waitresses around. They're all wearing like lingerie and skimpy clothes.
But was there any thoughts on the lines of having cancer really change your perspective on life?
Yeah, man. Yeah, especially with especially with the job thing, dude. Like, at that moment, I made the decision. It was like the number one, for some reason, most frustrating thing to me. It's like, dude, I wasted 6 years working here. And it's like, okay, it wasn't a waste in some aspects, but for the grand scheme of where I wanted to take myself, really nasty, inappropriate, disrespectful rap music. Yeah.
Hello, family and friends. Welcome to another Talks with Lim Lee. This is available to the billions around the world on YouTube in 4K and audio streaming services like Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. If you like this content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And now onto the podcast.
Welcome to the Lim Lee Talks with Lim Lee podcast. We're talking to Garry.
Gary with 2 R's. So Gary, that's your website, right?
Yeah, GarryWith2Rs.com.
And then
Wait, you spell that all out?
Spell it all out.
GarryWith2Rs.com. Okay.
Yep.
But then you have to get the first Garry correct with 2 R's, right?
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. So you got to get past that first mark. Once you get past there,
I'm
you're
glad
okay.
we talked about this. This is good.
Once you type in the second half, you'll be like, wait a second. It's not right about the first half.
Wait, did somebody else buy the other one? Or
No. That's my name. That's my name.
no. If you buy Garry with 2 R's, so it's buy that domain, you could forward it to Gary with 2 R's with 2 R. Gary with 2 R's. Yeah.
if you buy the wrong one, you can forward it to the right one?
Well, that's what I do with Talks with Lim Lee. I have Talks with Lim Lee. I have Talk with Lim Lee. I have Talks with Lim.
Yeah.
I have limtalk.com, which I kind of been thinking about switching to Lim Talk because it's just so much shorter, but it's so much is branded and so much is pushed out with Talks with Lim Lee. So,
I mean, on a 3-hour podcast,
both sound pretty dope, dude. Like they roll off the tongue pretty easy.
Yeah. I was actually hoping. Well, my original thought with Talks with Lim Lee was like, say whatever. I'm trying to think of a celebrity. Kim Kardashian talks with Lim Lee, so I could always keep the Talks with Lim Lee. That was my train of thought. But
yeah.
She ain't talking to you, bro.
Someday. Hey, you never know. You never know, man.
Dude, both my co-hosts are laughing at me. What's up with that? So you do.
No, I'm just saying you're going to intimidate her with your badass conversations and your 4-word website.
I think a 3-hour format is intimidating to a lot of people. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
before you came?
You know what? I had the same thoughts. I was like, before I even started doing the Twitch thing, I was like, who's going to listen to anybody talk for hours and hours? But then I started listening to podcasts and I was like, okay, I'm listening to this while I'm working out. That's who's going to listen. I'm listening to this while I shower. I'm not listening to it like just sitting there. I'm doing stuff. I'm active while I'm listening to it. Then when I got into it myself and started, doing the Twitch thing, I was like, wow, it's really easy to get to that 2-3 hour mark, actually. So when you said that yours was long format, I was like, oh, okay, this is great because it gives you an opportunity to really touch all bases, you know?
Yeah. So is live streaming music your main thing, or what's actually would you say the biggest focus is? Is it actually the music part, or?
You know what? That's really a hard question to answer. Because it's like it's more so a community thing, I'm building a brand, but the music is yes, it's the main part, but the clothing and the logo, everything else goes around it. I just want to build everything around that, but music is the thing that I can do well, so I might as well do it.
Describe your music.
It's really
don't say
nasty. Really nasty, inappropriate, disrespectful rap music. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm down with that. It
might hurt some feelings, but at the same time, it's really going to make you think because I like to throw witticisms in there. I'm about wordplay. I'm all about wordplay, and along with wordplay, I like to bring up like different paradoxes in life, you know.
When you said disrespectful music, so as in is it just ideas that stimulate the brain, or
Exactly.
is it things that you think most people are
Yeah, most people would probably be
offended by it?
I don't know if
Are
most
you just
people
like
would.
attacking old ladies or what?
No, not old ladies. Not all the old ladies,
Just the
some
Karens.
of them.
Grandma Karen.
Yeah, just a couple of the Karens, man. You know, I cuss a lot. I cuss quite a bit.
Think about the most recent songs. What topics kind of came to mind in those songs? Or what did you cover in the songs?
Dang, that's a good question.
You're revealing the artist.
I make so many songs, it's hard to say. What's the one that I did just last? I can't even tell you the song that I just finished last night. And I just made it last night. I'm at 160 songs on the year. That was song number 160 last night.
Oh, you're doing one song a day.
Yeah. And it's not like, I'm not just like forcing out songs. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm
It's busting
just
out of you.
throwing stuff on a song. I'm actually thinking about this and I'm putting a lot of thought and effort behind it. It's not like I'm like, oh, I got to get a song done today. I feel like that, but at the same time, I'm still patient with myself and I take my time. So these are like complete songs that are ready to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Is this podcast on Twitch?
yeah. Oh,
Not mine.
Oh.
Yours?
oh yeah. Mine. Yeah. Twitch. I'm on Twitch exclusively.
I haven't made
Exclusively.
the move. Oh, exclusively. Yeah, I'll probably either ask you at the end of this, or maybe in the middle. I'll ask you about Twitch. But
Make a switch to Twitch?
Switch.
I don't think this format that I have will. I don't.
You got the itch.
I don't. So some of the with my guests, they have the
Keep
chance
going.
to delete afterwards. So that wouldn't work for Twitch because Twitch is
Exactly.
live streaming. And some of the conversations that we have, a business owner might give some business secrets, and then I got to delete it afterwards.
You can't post to Twitch?
I can't. You can actually, but there's certain. I don't know if I want to say a culture behind Twitch where that's kind
Exactly.
of almost frowned upon because it's pre-recorded material where Twitch is live stream.
Oh, how about me and you just butt heads live?
Well, remember we recently did discuss about trying to do live streaming on Twitch. So we
That would be dope.
we were thinking about
That right there would be dope.
Yeah, we have a lot of differences as that we could discuss, whether government, politics, I don't know, morality, and then we could just go on for a half hour just verbally
Just
fight
be
each other.
angry at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say with Twitch is most of Twitch is about focusing on the chat and your community and the people that are talking to you. So it's great to get to you guys together, get the ball rolling. You know, like here's the conversation, here's the topic. We're gonna butt heads.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as you're butting heads, you're looking at the chat, seeing what they have to say, you know, saying some of their stuff out loud. Maybe they're bringing up a new topic for you guys to butt heads about, you know.
Yeah. So if me and Liem did that, then would like 12 random people happen to be watching at that point, or
Maybe.
okay?
You never
Or
know.
zero.
You never know. You never know with Twitch really because
Or do
certain
we need
people
like a
just-
subject that pulls people in or something?
you wouldn't really because everybody's doing everything on there. I know that the main focus is gaming, but you also have the music community, and in the music community you have 90% DJs. Then you have the 10% of us that are making music, doing reviews. But then you also have this other section that's like mental health and people just talking to each other, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a perfect spot where you guys would fit in.
Yeah.
know?
If I go on there and say anxiety is bullshit,
That would work. That would work. Yeah.
One thing that I thought about doing, which I guess talking to you makes me feel like it actually might work, is I wanted to do, you know how we know weeks ahead of time, we know that a psychologist is going to come here. We know that a hypnotist may come here or a professor of literature. I wanted to do a way where we could get people online to tell us, hey, what questions should we ask them? I think that'd be a fantastic way to get a list of questions.
Yeah.
right?
You guys should start up a Discord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Discord. Start up a
Yeah,
Discord.
just add like 4 more platforms to what you're already doing.
Because the Discord is like I know it's not a part of Twitch, but they have some sort of partnership with Twitch to where you could connect your Discord and Twitch.
You're in cahoots.
Yeah. So you funnel people from your Twitch to your Discord. This is where you talk to your community at. This is where your community gets to kick it with you or say anything to you off when you're not, you know, streaming online.
Yeah.
in the Discord, that's where I would post those kind of questions. You know,
okay.
Hey, what should we talk about next? You know, what's your opinions? You know.
Okay. Cool.
What do you know about Discord, Joe?
That's how the three of us met.
Oh wow.
In the context of what we're talking about, I think having a Discord, if you're doing like the whole Twitch thing, is pretty much necessary because it adds to the brand, and it gives people a way to still be engaged with you as a brand and you as a person, even when you're not necessarily streaming. And I think that being on Discord is incredibly helpful in general. There's actually a lot of people that that do podcasts. There's one about movies called How Did This Get Made with a bunch of comedians, and their Discord is incredibly active. They have tens of thousands of people, and that's exactly what they do. They'll get topics for their podcasts from the Discord, you know, and then after they release the episode, the Discord becomes, you know, a frenzy of activity again, people talking about it and following up or correcting them, and it just kind of like you were saying earlier, Gary. You know, it's just that combined with like, you know, Twitter and all this other stuff. You know, that's just really how you build an audience.
See, I only knew Discord as a way to like talk to your team when you're playing a video game.
But it can't be that too.
No,
it's expanding beyond that. Pretty fast.
Remember when we had Taylor, the modern finance TikToker? She uses Discord she does like, I think paid tier subscriptions, I think too.
You can do that too.
So she, like, if you pay a certain amount, and then there's like these finance bots for stocks tickers. And I don't know if they do predictions, but as you pay higher in her subscription tiers, then you get those unlocked on your Discord. As far as I could tell, I was like, damn, this girl, she's got her Discord all pimped
I thought she was like telling you what her picks are, so that if you want, you can copy her moves on the market.
I think she probably does that too for a higher. That's probably like one of the top tiers on her thing. But so got to do Twitch and Discord. Damn.
Yeah, Twitch and Discord, definitely. Yeah. And people keep saying that. Twitter is where people go to build an offline community for Twitch. You know, Twitter and YouTube. And I just personally, I haven't got the hang of it yet. I just have the hang of Twitch, so I just go hard at that every day.
Yeah,
I'm trying to learn the others, but.
So you're making your music live streaming on Twitch, and people are watching you make music.
Exactly.
Is that the gig? Okay.
Exactly. Awesome. So sometimes, every now and then, a lot of guys will have their whole show be focused on doing music reviews. So I don't do that. I like to. It is a good, really quick way, easy way to build up a following, because, you know, a lot of musicians are on there, and everybody wants people to hear what they're making. But I just didn't want that to be the focus of mine. I wanted people to come there, and if they like me, then they like me. You know?
I like you already, dude.
Hey, thanks, bro.
I want to go. I want to go review your music.
Okay, let's go.
And get a bunch of.
But yeah, man, I just get on there and I make music and I talk to them.
Nice.
Does it feel like getting users to watch? Is it tougher than YouTube, or do they just you just stream enough and eventually they come? Or
exactly, you stream enough and eventually they come. Especially if you're good at interacting with the people that are there, then they'll be there. They'll be there. You just have to be you. Yeah, that's it. You know, just like meeting people in real life, and, you know, being a sociable person in real life, you just have to do that same thing on Twitch. I think that's why it's easier for me than the other social media, because the other social medias don't seem like that. You know, they don't seem like that. It seems like, okay, you have to take these perfect moments and put them there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not good at, like, I don't feel like I'm good at perfecting, wasting my time making this one perfect moment for this, when I could, like, live a whole life and have the whole thing be perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I'm just over here trying to hide the fact that I hate everybody.
Trust me, dude. Working 6 years in a nightclub, man, I could totally relate. I was security, man. I was the fun police. So yeah, you get to see people in there.
You're getting the $100 handshake, right?
Yeah. Sometimes
not often enough.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it wasn't often enough. It was quite often. That was fun.
Nice.
But I don't know, just the fact that you have to tell everybody no to stuff that they want to do, where it's like, hey, if I was out like you, man, if I was out, I'd be doing the same exact thing.
Sniff some cocaine off her titties too.
Exactly. I'm in there with you, dude. Like, actually, I'm off on Wednesday, and that's exactly what I'll be doing. But yeah, it's kind of funny to do it on Wednesday and then get to work on Friday and kick people out for the same shit. It's like,
smells so good.
it's like, dude, you have to be smarter about this, man.
We have a reputation to uphold.
Exactly, man. Don't be a dumbass, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Let's jump to the songs that it looks like you got a list, or do you want to go into that?
Man, I have a huge list. This most recent song is just called "Give It a Rest." You know, the hook is just about giving it a rest, like chill, relax, let things come to you, let life be. You know, don't be such a tightwad about everything. You know, I even touched on the vax on that song. I never even do that on my music, but I did it on that song just because, you know,
Give it a rest.
It's a touchy issue, so you might as well touch on it, man. The one before that was called Parody, and that one is just basically about, you know, some people, they're trying to be a parody of somebody else that they see instead of being themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Stuff like that. It's a wide array of topics. Make a way. It's just about making a way through life. I'm gonna make a way no matter what gets in my way.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
Did you go to college? You sound like an intelligent dude.
Well, I went to college, but I didn't graduate.
No, but you obviously learned something. You picked up some.
A few things.
Yeah.
A few
You
things.
have complex thoughts going on. I can tell.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Quite a few. Quite a few.
Not that you have to go to college to be smart or anything, but going to college, I think, exposes you to additional years and additional topics of things that tend to be intellectual or thought provoking, or, you know, if you take a psychology class, then there's that chunk of knowledge that influence the way you think, right? I mean,
Exactly.
if you learn a little bit of economics, if you learn a little bit of statistics, then all those things come into play when you analyze or think about something.
Did you look at my college classes that I took?
No,
just naming them all out.
They're the same everywhere. It's the same bullshit at every college.
basically, man. But yeah, man, I think that really started. I think that started when I was young, man. Honestly, because my grandma, she taught me how to read young. I was 3 years old reading. So,
awesome!
Oh, wow.
and she was just. Both of my grandparents, they were really about education is key. Education is key. Education is everything. So
Yeah, they were right.
I was, as tall as I am, I was never really that into sports. A little bit, but not like hardcore. I mean, I played basketball 1 year in high school. Other than that, I had a bunch of academic scholarships. So I was all about reading, studying, and, you know, doing that.
Yeah.
And also finding the easier way to do things. Because some people.
Hopefully the camera, when you said academic scholarships, in my head I heard athletic scholarship. My face kind of like, huh? I hope people don't think like, why did I frown when you said academic? Okay, sorry. So
This black dude
That's funny.
got academic.
Academic? What do you mean?
because you said you didn't play much basketball except for that 1 year. Then I thought I heard you say
This motherfucker lying his ass off.
Hey, dude, I got to be something like Joel Embiid then, because he didn't start playing until he was, what, like 17 or 18?
Oh, damn.
It's like, damn, bro, he played volleyball his whole life.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I think something that Emmett's brought up before is just that height for a lot of sports. Just height has so much to do with it. Meaning, like, take me. I could probably never play basketball professionally. I'm 5'2", so that's
You're just eliminated.
it. Not always. I know there's bugs.
Muggsy. Yeah,
but I mean,
Isaiah Thomas. Well, the other Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. I think Spud Webb was 5'7".
Spud Webb, Nate Robinson. He won the dunk contest twice.
Yeah. So there's exceptions, but
yeah. It's still more than 1 out of a million. It's probably 1 out of 100 million.
yeah.
Probably.
But I mean, I still think like there's probably a world of difference between 5'2" and 5'7" too.
And then 6'4", and then 6'8".
But you know what? My mind is expanded a little bit. Maybe you won't be in the NBA, but you got hella European leagues. There's hella leagues all around the world to get paid in. And I'm pretty sure that they'll take you if you're good enough, you know?
Yeah.
So just like with music, I feel like a lot of people say, oh man, you know, there's not a lot of money in it. It's flooded, or, you know, you're not going to be 50. You're not going to be you're not going to be Kanye, you're not going to be Jay. Well, I don't really have to be them. Just give me cool 6 figures a year.
Wait,
or even a little under 6 figures a year.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Would you be happy to be a popular musician in the Philippines?
Yeah. Anywhere where my market is at. And it's funny you say that, dude, because with like a lot of the, I guess
I was just naming a random place. I didn't mean anything by it.
No, really, seriously. A lot of the vintage acts, I'll call them vintage acts, the classic acts, like let's say like Wu-Tang, that kind of feeling of stuff, like the Locks and stuff like that. They're really, really big in Europe right now. The European market. So it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like you could take it anywhere. And then even in certain Southeastern Asian countries, they have like what's equivalent to American Idol, but it's completely rap.
Oh,
it's
really?
completely rap. I saw it and I was like, we don't even have this in America. Like,
wait, but was it all Asians rapping?
All Asians rapping.
Okay.
All Asians rapping, dude. I was like,
tearing it up.
I was like, wow, that actually sound good. Don't know what they're saying,
I'm gonna watch
but you sound good. I mean, think about it, dude. Like K-pop takes from every genre.
Yeah.
They have hip hop in one song. They'll have EDM, rock, and hip hop, like all in one song. So it's like, okay, I see that there's like the flavor is expanding everywhere. So
Yeah.
the markets are out there, man. The markets are out there for whatever.
There you go. You can go back to basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's never too late.
I used to play basketball a lot. Like it was ridiculous. It was probably 4 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week back in high school. I was playing a lot.
Damn, dude.
I think as you get older, maybe like things just change.
You can't do anything 4 hours a day for every day.
Well, yeah. But the enjoyment for it definitely was.
Barely show up for a job. That's the struggle.
Just the enjoyment for it changed. So, I mean, got into computers and stayed in computers pretty much after that. So, so the live streaming music, back to your stuff. You're doing 160 songs for 160 days, one every day?
Almost one every day.
Almost one every day? Mm-hmm. And your goal is to do it for one full year, or how's?
You know what? At first, when I first started, it was like, oh, I'm going to make 100 songs this year. Well, now it's 160. And I'm like, okay, I'm on pace. I'm going to go for 200 this year. Next year, I don't know. Okay, I think I have to. I mean, I was able to build up my community a little bit. I have to switch my focus more so toward the marketing aspect of things, you know?
Yeah.
That's really, really big. That's 90%. I mean, you could be the worst musician ever. As long as you have good marketing, you're okay. All you have to do is be a personality, because it's really not about, I hate to say this, but it's kind of like not about your music at the end of the day for the masses, you know?
Sounds like you're talking about Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. Wait.
It's an old people reference.
Wait a second. Name a song by Rod Stewart, because I'm blanking.
If you think I'm sexy.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I just get mad because I think I'm a better singer than Rod Stewart.
You might be, bro. You might be.
You just got no marketing.
That's right.
That's all you need is marketing. You could do anything.
Are you partnered on Twitch?
No, I'm affiliate. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, what would a Twitch partner be?
Oh, a grind. You have to average over 75 viewers per stream for 30 days. 75 like watching you at a time.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's 2 other requirements that are pretty easy, which is like stream for at least 15 hours in that 30 days. And one other thing, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm at about 17 average viewers per show right now. Lately,
but that's every day. You're touching those people. You're influencing.
Exactly. I got a little bit of a boost. I want to say, what was it, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, because T-Pain rated me. And if you know
really?
Me,
yeah,
man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. And if you know the dynamic of a raid, it's basically
I don't. Explain it to me.
Okay, so
ELI 5. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
I got you. So basically, it's when one streamer is streaming. they're doing their thing live, when they're about to go off, what they do is they take their remaining viewers and they send them into another channel that's streaming.
Oh,
so it's called a raid.
Okay.
And those are really big on Twitch because it's a community building exercise. Twitch is all about the channels building with each other. That's another thing that separates it from a lot of other social medias.
Wait,
you know?
T-Pain sent all the strippers over to you?
All of the strippers. Every single last one. I said, I'm in love with strippers too, man. Thank you. It was kind of funny though. I went back and I watched his VOD and he was like, he was just looking for people to raid. And he's like, okay, we're going to go in here and we're going to raid this guy and I'm never going to talk to him. I was like, all right, bro, you don't have to talk to me. As long as you bring me to raid, man, thank you. So that was fun, man. That was cool. And the next day, ironically enough, he raids one of my buddies. And I was like,
hey,
this is 6 degrees of separation. It's just really.
So then are you guys in a certain music area then? Or why is it T-Pain ends up raiding to you instead of raiding to some chick in a bathtub or to some World of Warcraft shit?
Because he wants to see people making music.
Okay.
Like when he was scrolling through, like I said, you know, if you go to the music category on Twitch, you're going to see 90% DJs. And that's what he was saying as he was scrolling through. He was like, DJs, damn, everybody on here is a DJ who's actually making music. And then he saw me making music and he was like, okay, watch me for a few seconds. Some other people on there, his mod, they were in his ear. They were like, okay, go ahead and rate him. His wife was like, yeah, do it. So they rated me, and I was like, oh.
You got the thumbs up from T-Pain's wife.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man.
What, on those raids?
What a time to be alive.
Is there a protocol in essence? Like, say T-Pain found you, and then he sent his viewers to you. Then when do you play music for 15 minutes? Do you have to send it back, or how's that? What's the?
You know what? Everybody does something different. Everybody does something different, and it's really up to the channel what you're gonna do when you get rated. But
don't whip out your dick.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, you might be able to get it.
Hey.
But everybody does something different, and I like to give them a shout out. I have a stream deck, so I have a couple buttons that I could press and make different sounds. I do different vocal impressions, so you know I make it fun for them. I know
this is time for you to use your stream deck.
Oh, what? There you go, bro.
Hello, family. Oh.
Yeah. So, on my channel, I say the hello, family and friends intro after that, but there's a few others. But anyways,
sounded good.
That was clean.
So I mean, so then can you keep the viewers? You're saying it's up to them, meaning like, say in that case, what did you do then? Did you keep them for an hour? Did you play music for an hour with that?
Oh, I just kept on doing the same stuff that I usually do. That's what I usually do. When they raid, it's like, I try not to take too much time out unless it's like, okay, I'm not making something right now. Then I can take a little bit of extra time out. But for the most part, I'll play a couple sounds, give them a shout out, thank them for the raid, ask them what they were doing for their, for their stream. And then move on and keep on doing what I've been doing. And then I might give them give a shout out to my, there's this like pre-save contest that I have going on so people can pre-save my music.
Oh, nice.
So, the algorithm likes certain things. So Spotify likes pre-saves and likes and stuff like that. So
wait, I'm going to save your song before you even make it?
Exactly. Well, before I release it.
Yeah.
It's done, but it's just before I release it.
Okay.
So
you're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, man, it's out there. So what I do is to incentivize people is I started up a giveaway. So everybody that pre-saves the track has a chance to win a free piece of merch from the shop.
Nice.
So that's something that I'll announce when somebody raids in.
What's the coolest piece of merch on your shop right now?
Dang, that's a good question.
Or is it everything you're wearing?
Everything I'm wearing.
Okay.
Everything I'm wearing.
All this. If you like all this Superfly.
There we go. Shirt. Fanny pack. I have a mask. I have shorts. I have a bunch of different shirts though.
Nice.
At least 13 different
Feel
shirts.
free to do that in this camera. Just the hat.
Oh, the hat. The shirt. The fanny pack.
I'll cut it on. I'll probably put it in the front of the video just for fun.
Okay.
Fresh.
And then,
Wait, that's what you're gonna do as the cold open?
I don't know. It might work.
I like it.
No, not that. I mean that, and then because I have like usually like a minute worth of cold open.
Yes.
So for that raid, and then do you see an influx where, I don't know, did it come like 100,000 viewers, or and then does it trickle out within the next minute?
It trickles down. So he came in with, I want to say, 1,000 viewers, and slowly but surely it'll start to trickle down, especially with what I do. Because like I said, man, like I'm surprised people watch me. I mean, I'm grateful for everyone that watches me, but sometimes it can be a little bit repetitive because it's like I'm trying to dial in the perfect sound. Like not only am I rapping this right now, but I'm engineering it right now too. So I'm doing the technical stuff at the same time that I'm doing the fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Well, so you got 1,000 people that were like, this guy's not T-Pain.
Yep.
And then I just spent the hour I was planning to spend here. Oh, I got to go make some noodles now.
They'll throw out a follow and just go watch something else.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. At least they followed, because later on I might pop up in the side and they'll be like, who is this guy that I'm following? Click this real quick.
Why am I following this?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm guessing in the Twitch world, like say YouTube, they want subscribers and likes and comments. It seems like, I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing for Twitch, like if you get 10,000 viewers, it's equivalent to maybe 1 subscriber on YouTube.
What is success in Twitch?
Okay.
Is it followers?
With Twitch, it's like you want to get subscribers are different on Twitch than they are on YouTube, because a subscriber on Twitch is more like a subscriber on Patreon, whereas there's 3 different tiers and you have to pay a certain amount for each tier. And you want to, some people don't, but I do. I incentivize my viewership for like, okay, so tier 1, you'll get every single song that I make right after I make it. Because otherwise they're going to have to wait like a year or 2 before any of these songs are released. So the subs get a special section where they could listen to all of the songs that I've done so far this year. They'll get a 10% off for a 10% off code for merch. And I just threw in another one that's like I'll do a vocal tag for you if you're a producer, because producers like to have their name on the beginning of a beat. Tier 2, they'll get like a wave instead of the MP3, and I'll show them like my album art exclusively before anyone else. And then there's tier 3. So you just incentivize people for subscribing. So that's number 1. Next up is a follow, because a follow is just like a subscriber is on YouTube.
Okay.
And then when it comes to the viewers, it's the viewers. It's kind of hard to say, because some people have a lot of viewers and an empty chat. So it's basically an inactive viewership, you know, just a lot of lurking and people that might not really be there for them.
A lot of people put it on and their cats are watching it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's really hard to say, man. But
cats can't type questions; they can only think evil thoughts.
Exactly. I know. I have one. He's a terrorist.
Joe had an evil cat earlier.
Yeah,
you got an evil cat?
No, it was my roommate's cat. She has long hair, and sometimes poop gets stuck to it. And I walked out of my room and I was like, what feels weird in my sock? And sure enough, and I was just like, God damn it.
Are you sure that wasn't a hairball?
It actually could be a hairball. It was wet and slimy and I didn't look at it. It's not my cat, so I rolled up. It was just like a runner carpet. So I just rolled it up and I left it outside my roommate's room. He'll take care of it, you know. It's his cat.
Yeah.
Hairball or dingleberry, we may never know.
Yeah, and then I threw the sock away because that just grosses me out.
Yeah, that sock
now
is
I have
done.
a pair of socks, you know.
Dude, somebody in Pakistan worked for 3 hours to make that sock for you.
Yeah, it took the cat 3 seconds to ruin it.
Should make a website for a matching sock database. Like, I've got this one and I don't have a matching pair.
Yeah, would you trade somebody's lightly used sock?
Just depending on how light they've been used. Let me see. How faded are they?
Of the sock. You know, that's actually, I'm not trying to veer off too hard, but as I've gotten older, I actually appreciate really good socks. Like, I'm willing to spend money more than I ever would have in the past on good socks.
What excellent socks are you buying right now?
There's some Adidas ones that I really like. It's I can only find them at the this local shoe store, and they're pretty expensive. They're like $20 for like 4 pair. And,
are they super thick, or what makes them?
No, No, they're super breathable. They're just really comfortable. They don't lose their support over time, which I know that sounds stupid because it's a sock.
Socks don't support your feet.
I don't know, man. Like I have socks that wear out, you know. I'm a bigger guy too, so maybe that's probably why. But I like socks that are breathable, comfortable. I like to not know I'm even wearing socks. You know, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like I just know when I put on a good sock, it just feels right.
Don't try pantyhose. You might like them.
Joe's a sock
I don't know.
connoisseur.
It sounds like where that's going.
They're just so breathable.
They're sheer. It's like you don't even know they're there. Support my knees.
So with you're doing Twitch.
We're way off on that one.
Bringing
sorry.
us back.
Bring it back.
No, I like the tangents though, Joe. So bring them on. Twitch. Are you doing YouTube? YouTube live? YouTube live?
No YouTube live. No YouTube live.
Joe could be doing a sock Twitch channel.
Just because you with the Twitch affiliate, what they say is you're supposed to wait at least 24 hours before you post a video anywhere else. So if you're streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, it's kind of like a breach of contract because you sign a contract before you become affiliate.
They're already locking you up, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. But I mean, I'm small. I'm considered a small streamer. I'm barely about to hit 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't really mess with me.
Yeah.
But
they don't
is
care.
it worth the risk?
Yeah.
You know.
So what about there's YouTube?
No, because if you
Live,
blow up tomorrow, then you don't want to have any issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and then there's I think Facebook has a live stream.
Yeah, Facebook has a live stream too.
So why did you choose Twitch out of the other? I want to say there's one other one I'm probably missing.
Instagram has live too, but it's not like Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
Maybe you're thinking of Mixer.
Mixer? Is it Mixer?
Mixer.
What's
Well,
Mixer?
it's dead now. It lasted for like a year. It was like a direct rival to Twitch.
Oh,
And
wow.
they signed a bunch of like the top level like video game streamers. Like, you know, they gave like $30 million to come over there. And then they shut down like 6 months later, and the people got to keep their money.
Wow.
They went right back to Twitch.
The thing that made me choose Twitch, I got an email one day from this distribution company, United Masters, and they were having this conference, a digital music conference. This was in December, and it was on Twitch. So as I was listening to the conference, I was looking in the chat, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of interaction in here. You know, everybody's talking to each other, trading contact information. So this seems like a pretty cool place to network. Let me look a little bit deeper into Twitch, because I had also heard about a couple of musicians that had signed, got like $1 million deal with Twitch. And I'm like, dude, you make music. Like, why are you on this video game site? How are you getting paid from this video game site? So that just caused me to do a little bit more research. And I found the music reviewers first after I did the United Masters conference thing. So I was like, let me submit my songs into them for playing. Cool. They played my music. They liked it. I started building with some people in there and networking with the people in there. And I was like, I wonder if they would watch me making music. So I started doing it, and it just started growing from there. And that's really the only reason why I chose Twitch. I've had thoughts like, maybe I might try YouTube.
Do you think people want to watch me making porn?
Yeah.
Not on Twitch, right?
You can't do it on Twitch.
Absolutely. OnlyFans.
There you go. No, but that is the porn, right? I mean, like producing, like setting up.
Exactly. You know what, dude? Like, there's people on Twitch that do video editing and photo editing and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I was even telling one of my buddies, I'm like, dude, you could do programming on there and people will watch you. You know?
Hey, Emmett.
What? I didn't say anything about
I told Emmett someday I probably want to do like a blockchain programming live stream, I think it would be stupid, but I would still do it.
No, that's not dumb. That's a niche. That's perfect. People are going to be there like, wait a second. They'll probably be asking you questions like, wait, well, why did you code it like that on this line?
Yeah.
Well, can't you just do this? Why didn't you use this? You know?
Yeah.
Tabs versus spaces.
Nice.
Wait, you're taking a programming class too?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hated it. It was a prereq, man. We had to take C++, and I don't even know how I passed that class, but I passed it.
Did you get a C plus?
I got a C plus. I got a C plus. And I was like every time I tried to code something, there was some sort of compiling error. I get into an infinite loop, and I'm looking at my friend like,
No, your code
what
was
did I
whack.
do? My code was whack.
Sound like a real programmer.
Horrible. I was like, dude, this is nothing like MySpace and coding my HTML page, man. Get me out of here.
Yeah, HTML is great.
Wait,
Not
what do
just
you
for
do,
studying.
Joe? Are you in the software engineering world, or what do you?
No, I'm an electrical engineer.
Electrical,
so I'm on the hardware
okay.
side. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
we're the ones that make everything work.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta
See, that
tell
was
you
my
my
major.
circuit board story one day.
Dude. Breadboards are the bane of my existence, man.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of EE. I was like, you know what? Year 3.5. I'm never going to want to do this in real life. I'm going to hate this. I looked
Yeah.
at the breadboard and I was like, I hate the look of those.
Okay, so me and Liem went to Saigon in Vietnam, right?
Uh-huh.
And they have these sexy cafes where you get Vietnamese iced coffee, but there's a lot of waitresses around, and they're all wearing like lingerie and skimpy clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. They're just hanging around. They'll come sit and talk with you, just, and so obviously this cafe is full of dudes, right? They're all hanging around all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look at all these guys. These motherfuckers don't have any jobs. What are you doing hanging around this sexy cafe like us, scumbags? And then some of these guys got laptops. Oh, look at these motherfuckers over here pretending to work and shit. He's probably on Facebook. What's this guy doing, right? And so as you're walking around, you come in, you go to the bathroom and stuff, and you look at the computers like, yeah, that fucker's on Facebook. This guy's looking at a website over here. And then one day I saw this dude. He was actually designing an electrical circuit board on like a CAD program. I'm like, oh, I'll be damned. This is the one guy who's actually working. Getting some work done.
If I remember correctly, you told me, I think it was that day before we went to that coffee shop. I think you said,
Yeah.
what are these guys fucking programming computer boards? And sure enough, we fucking walked by some guy, and it was a bright, I think it was a bright green circuit board.
Yeah.
On the screen. So and he was laying out the routes for the electrical, the traces, I think.
Yeah, it was
Oh
clearly
my
like an
God.
AutoCAD kind of deal. Like,
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
And
dude
it's
wasn't
like
just fucking around.
PTSD.
And it was like, Liem, I told you.
Found the one guy actually working.
Yeah, man. The EE lab that I had and the two computer science labs, not computer science lab, but computer engineering lab that I had, I was like, breadboards, man, no. Oscilloscope, I don't care about you.
So for your music, in the old days, you'd want to get picked up by a record company and they'd put out a record of your music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm guessing that's not how it works today. So
It's
realistically,
kind of.
So from where you're at, what would be an ideal fantasy of like getting to stardom? What would, if things could fall into place, what would happen in this
Well,
modern world? Because I don't understand the modern music world, right?
Just actually everything that I'm doing right now, honestly, it just needs to stack. Everything needs to stack up on itself and keep on building up.
Yeah.
Just to be able to make a living off of music is perfect for me, man.
Yeah.
Just to be able to do that. I mean,
But then
getting
where-
signed is like you have to do all of this work nowadays before you get signed. Really, you have to show the labels that you could build and maintain a fan base before
Okay.
they'll even look at you. So it's kind of like the label isn't like, you're not looking to get signed so the label can do everything for you. You're looking to get signed so the label is more of like a partner,
Right. So you have to have the popularity first.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
So just keep doing what you're doing, and ideally you'd become super popular.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And it's not even like super popular. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But just having having consistent people there to listen to you,
Dude, I want to be Dua Lipa popular. That's what I want.
Oh man, I didn't know just how big she was until like I started seeing her in the gym years ago, like on the TV screen in the gym.
Oh, okay. I thought
Dua
you were
Lipa
working
is
out.
coming
There.
here.
Where do you work out? I want to go there.
LVAC, actually, you still
Chick bench is 200.
I met Mike Tyson in there. Silva goes to that gym. Who else? Phil Ivey was in there. LVAC.
The one by UNLV?
IV.
No, the one. Actually, the one on Eastern, 215 in Eastern.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. But it is the Las Vegas Athletic Club.
Mm-hmm.
So A lot of people from the nightlife industry in there. It's like the popular gym.
You got to have $8 a month to be in that club.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And a 6-pack. You already have to have a 6-pack before you step in there.
You could be out of shape.
You never get that feeling. You go in the gym and you're like, everybody here is already fit, man.
You know what I see? So, I'm in there trying to get more fit and ideally buffer, but I'm 44, so it's not realistic unless you start doing some steroids or something. But you walk in
Juice
there.
it up, bro.
Yeah, but you walk in there like, you notice the big dudes,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, that guy's on juice. And then everybody else is like, man, that guy's ex-NFL. That guy clearly used to be a running back. And then the other guys are like, oh, that guy's ex-military. He looks like he's fairly fit and can kick somebody's ass.
He's got on a Semper Fi shirt and shit.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what? I'm not going to try to compete with, ex-athletes and ex-military.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to, get fit and,
Just like,
not be too fat is my goal.
give me regular dude bod.
Yeah. If my chest is bigger than my belly, then I feel like I'm winning.
Yeah, exactly. You're A-okay then.
Yeah. That's my goal when I walk in there.
You could afford like an inch overhang.
Yeah? Okay.
So it sounds like whenever I hear like people like you talking about like building this kind of community, this brand or whatever, one thing that I think is important in general too is that a lot of the success will be luck, but if you're not there ready to take advantage of that luck when the opportunity happens, you're not going to be able to capitalize on it. Like if you keep up this grind, eventually when an opportunity presents itself, you'll be there and you'll be able to just grab it by the horns and go.
Lately,
And I think that I think it's a really admirable quality to be able to work so hard to build something that isn't there yet, but it will be eventually.
Well, thank you. That's why I go to the gym. Is that not what we're talking about?
So lately, Emmett's been using the phrase throwing raffle tickets in a hat. So with this podcast and like your work also, so it's just doing your time, doing your due diligence. And when that luck happens, when your raffle ticket gets pulled, hopefully you're ready to blow up with that chance or that one-time opportunity. And hopefully as if you do it for 2 years, 3 years, hopefully one time, 3 times, 5 times that your raffle ticket gets pulled, hopefully.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's just, that's why they say the consistency is key. Because, the more often that you do it, and if you don't stop, then the higher the likelihood is that you'll succeed at whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's just probability and statistics. It's the way life works.
In your with the stuff that you do, take me through some of the things that you felt that you've learned through the process. Meaning, for me, with this podcast, learning lighting and getting the lighting, this lighting is actually still not as good as I actually would like. I have to actually fix lighting in post. Emmett will be too dark, so I got to fix him right here. Me and you.
Why you got to make it all racial? I'm half Vietnamese. Okay, I'm proud of it.
No, the extra, what is that? That's probably 1.5 feet from the light. The extra distance is a huge difference on a.
I'm here to represent brown people.
on
Latin America, we're in.
On 4K video. Did you say Latinx?
No, never. I wish I could swear in Spanish.
I got you, man. I know
Yeah.
a few curse words. Hijo de la gran puta.
Yeah, what he said.
So yeah, the things that I feel that as we're going day by day with this podcast, I feel like almost every podcast I'm learning something to refine, make better or something. Is it on your line of work with making music and doing this on Twitch? Do you feel what are you learning?
Man, it's everything, honestly. Because when I first started out, all I wanted to do was just, I want to rap. I want to rap. I was 15 years old and wanted to rap. So cool. I can write. But now what? Well, I have to learn how to build a whole studio. I started off with like a handheld computer microphone and, ripping all the programs that I could off of torrents. And I was like, okay, well, now that I can rap and I know how to record myself, well, do I know anybody that has beats? Well, I know one person, but that's not enough. I had to learn how to make beats myself. So here it is.
Now, if you're cracking out a song a day, you need more beats.
Exactly. So here it is. After wanting to become a rapper, I had to become a producer and an engineer also because of that. And now like it's really paid off now.
Nice.
It's really paid off now. And then starting to do the Twitch thing, it's like a completely another aspect. Like
Wait,
you're
if I
dealing with a
become as
live show.
famous as Dua Lipa, can I just buy your songs and use them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
We
part
got
of the
material.
game. That's part of the game. That's you know, you have to be multifaceted like as an artist. If I was just a rapper, then that would be like my only stream of income. But since I produce, I engineer, and that's 2 other streams of income that I have access to now.
Yep.
You know?
If you remember, if you can send me a song, if you could authorize me to use it, I'll use it for the intro of this video.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
100%.
Cool.
100%.
Give
This
it a
video's
rest.
gonna get DMCA'd.
Give it a rest.
I'm going to DMCA it.
God damn it. So let's jump to a kind of a topic off your bio. You had cancer, AML cancer, acute myeloid leukemia.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
Dude, it was really, really, really random.
Yeah.
Really random. I was really active. I was going to the gym every day. I was working at the nightclub, and I started to notice that I was just getting more tired than usual doing like regular stuff. Like sometimes I'd be able to make it through a workout, but then when I walk up a flight of stairs, I'm winded. I'm like, it's kind of weird. You know, sometimes I'd be standing up and get like these dizzy spells, or like if I'm sitting down too long and I stand up, I get this like major headache, and like cysts would pop up under my arms, and I'm like, dude, this is weird. I'm going to the doctor.
What age were you when this?
27.
Yeah,
27.
So unusual. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
terrifying.
Exactly, man. I'm going to the doctor. I went to 3 different doctors, and the first 2 were like, oh, okay, well, the cyst is just a hair follicle infection, and nothing about me being like the tired, you know, the exhaustion. By the time I went to the 3rd doctor, they were finally like, hey, let's draw some blood here. So they drew the blood, and 2 days later, he's calling me like, hey, dude, go to the ER right now.
Wow.
And
Sorry to back up. Was a 3 when you went to the first and second? Was it kind of close in time, and then how long was the 3rd one?
they were about a month apart. Each one was about a month apart.
And then did you on the second one? Did you go by yourself? Did you go because you just thought to get a second opinion? Did they Did the first one tell you to get a second opinion?
No, the first one was actually an urgent care doctor. The second was a primary care doctor. And then I switched primary cares and got the 3rd.
Okay, and then between the second and third, it was only because you switched, or did you? So you? Oh, okay. So that was kind of a bit lucky on that 3rd. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I really did get lucky. So he told me to immediately go to the ER, and he said your white blood cell count is basically 0. Like I'm like, dude, how is that possible? I've been going to I've been working in the nightclub and going to the gym every day and not getting sick. So that night at the ER, it was, dude, I couldn't make it from my car to the desk of the ER without like leaning over, feeling like I'm about to pass out.
Wow.
So they do a bone marrow biopsy that night, and the results come back the next morning. They're like, yeah, you have leukemia, dude. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They were
Sorry,
like, yeah,
I'm not laughing at just, yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Leukemia, sucker. Got you.
So yeah, man.
Wait, so what makes leukemia? It's a type of cancer?
It's
Or
a
is it-
blood cancer.
Okay, leukemia is a blood
wow.
cancer. Okay, that's what I didn't understand.
Yeah, it's a blood cancer. So it's not like, oh, you can get this tumor removed. It's like, no, this originates in your bone marrow.
Oh,
I learned a lot. I didn't
shit.
even know that your blood is made from the inside of your bones. I was like, wait a second.
That's news
Yeah.
to me.
What? Yeah, your blood is made in your bone marrow.
Huh,
That's
never thought about that, yeah.
crazy to me. So
that seems like a wacky way to do it.
exactly, like what nature? That doesn't seem like
I got all these other organs. Ain't doing shit. I mean,
like my bones. What the fuck?
My bones are sick. Yeah.
That's why, like, okay, if you break open a chicken bone or bone marrow, some places is a delicacy. You know?
Yeah.
You go to
Yeah.
certain restaurants, they serve up
Super
marrow,
nutritious.
and
Right.
it's kind of brown, isn't it?
yeah,
It's blood.
yeah.
Yeah, so I got the bone marrow taken out, and they told me the next day, and he was like, the doctor was like, hey, so when are we going to start up this chemo? I was like, let's do it ASAP, because I know that juices and berries are not going to help at this point, because I already feel like I'm dying. And let me tell you, dude, after the first round of chemo, I felt like instantly better.
Oh, nice.
Even though it was like, I still felt shitty. It was 1,000 times better than I felt before I was in the hospital. Wow. I threw up like once.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
I did get this like weird gut infection that I found out later that was deadly. I didn't know at the time, because at the time I was like, shit, anything is better than cancer, you know?
Huh.
I just thought I had some diarrhea. Like, okay, whatever, I'll deal with that. Upset stomach, cool.
Was that a separate thing that just happened to come along, or
it happened because of the because with the chemo also, what that does is it knocks out the rest of your immune system. So you're way more susceptible to anything normal that normal people like us now, like we have bacteria and shit on our skin and everywhere that it doesn't make us sick. But if you come in contact with someone with a weakened immune system, it's going to make them sick. So
gotcha.
Right.
like during the beginning stages, during the beginning of my chemo treatment, anyone that wanted to come in and visit would have to wear a mask, glove, gown, and all that shit just to protect me, not to protect themselves, you know? So, yeah, dude, every time I did a round of chemo, they kept me in the hospital. So I did 5 rounds. So each round, they keep you in there for about a month, because they want to wait until your neutrophils and your white blood cells get back up to you know,
in the hospital for a whole, like 20. You were sleeping there.
Yep.
Wow. And
had a room.
and then like family and girlfriend family would have to come visit you. Or, and when they visit, they still had to be in a gown. And
during the beginning, like let's say like the first week of the treatment.
Wow.
Yep.
And then that was I'm guessing you making music had some. Was that a big point for you to make a lot more music, or?
Yeah, it was a big point for me to get a lot more serious, because I was like, at that point, I was like, I'm never gonna work another job again. I'm not going back to work security. I love, like, Tau Group, that the company that I worked for. It was a family, you know. It was very close knit, very family oriented. The people that I worked with, they helped me out a lot. But I was like, no, there's no way in hell I'm going back there, because that was just a wasted, just a waste. Because I went there. The whole reason that I started working there was so I could network and meet people to further my music. And I was like, dude, I've been there for 6 years, and like the music career has gone nowhere. So it's time to switch it up.
You're not hanging out in the VIP with the rappers?
Dude, it's the crazy part is I was. So I was definitely in the VIP. I was definitely doing that, but it wasn't like the networking opportunity, or my networking ability with them at the time wasn't up to par.
Well, because then in that context, your position is, you know, you're part of the service at this club. You're not You're not a fellow musician.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like the vibe and the energy there is just completely different.
Right. Anything you approach them with is going to get laughed at.
Yeah, they're looking at you like, dude, like, we don't like a figure of authority.
Yeah.
I don't like the security.
You're almost a cop.
Man. Yeah, exactly. You look like the Man in Black. Like,
wait. So all this time you spend in the hospital, are you watching Judge Judy, or what's the?
The most of the time that I'm in there, I'm spending making music. And then the other part of the time, I was just catching up on a bunch of my shows and stuff, man. Watching a bunch of shows, man. But
so just kind of a side story. I'll connect it a little bit. My question to you is going to be kind of like, was there any deep thoughts on just life? But I ask all these deep questions often. But so about 2005, Emmett and Joe just heard this story. 2005, 2006, I was in a car accident where I was going 80 on the freeway, back suspension broke. It went across. It quickly swerved by itself on the freeway because the back suspension.
I know the story.
Turned the car. It hit an embankment, flipped upside down. Luckily, I didn't hit any cars, but the car was in midair, and my life literally flashed before my eyes. And the one sentence, which it's kind of funny, but it is serious. The one sentence, a couple of visions that flashed before my eyes was my brother, my mom, some coworkers, and then I think my girlfriend at the time. And the sentence that went in my head was, "I wish I was slightly nicer to everyone." So, or I was nicer. I was a little bit nicer to everyone. I wish. So that was a moment, like kind of, I guess, lately as I've been. I think Emmett knows. I try to really. I mentally try hard, whether I accomplish it or not. I do try to be nice to people. So
this effort is there.
Or the intention.
I'm just mad that I wasn't in your life flash.
You
I wish I would have been a little bit nicer, except to Emmett.
He's fine. He's fine.
Got to be meaner to him.
I guess my question back to you is: was there any? It doesn't have to be a life flash before your eyes, but was there any thoughts on the lines of having cancer? Did it change your perspective on life?
Yeah, man. Yeah, especially with especially with the job thing, dude. Like, at that moment, I made the decision. It was like the number one, for some reason, most frustrating thing to me. Is like, dude, I wasted 6 years working here. And it's like, okay, it wasn't a waste in some aspects, but for the grand scheme of where I wanted to take myself, it was like, dude, it was 6 years of waste. I'm not going to
speak
do
of the
anything
devil
like that again.
Wah, wah.
Pretty pussy.
This is what she does. She's been sitting here trying to get my attention, pawing at me and shit. Yeah, nice kitty asshole.
So for our audio listeners, Joe's got a cat that just roamed into his room. His roommate's cat.
It's now taking up half his screen.
Just showing some love.
I could see probably not a waste to work there, but I think what you're realizing is it didn't get you closer to your goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What so the chemo was 2 months?
I stayed in there for a month at a time, but it was 5 rounds.
Oh, 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Which points were, I guess, even leading up to chemo itself, what points were the scariest for you in your where you thought potentially your life was on the line?
Wow, man. That's a hard question to answer because it still seems surreal. It still seems so surreal. Even though it was 3 years ago, it still seems so surreal. And I guess that I felt more so like my life was on the line beforehand. You know, once I started doing the chemo, it was like, oh, well, everything feels a lot better now. So like everything's going to be okay now. You know, I started working out while I was doing the chemo, you know. Wow. The only thing is during that first month, my appetite was shot, like literally no appetite. I couldn't eat a bite of food or anything. And then I had some edibles. And that's all that.
Is that a side effect of the chemo? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But another crazy part is I lost I want to say 30 pounds after the first round. But then after the subsequent pounds, I gained about 90 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So because they shoot you up with steroids too, because some of the chemo, it makes you weak. It makes your internal organ muscles weak. So they give you some steroids to help with that.
Yeah.
And I guess that's how I got bigger, because I was still working out a little bit, but it wasn't like I wasn't doing crazy workouts.
So you're saying I should do steroids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. A little bit of growth in there too. I heard some good things about it.
Some HGH?
Yeah, some HGH. I heard that was the more natural way to go.
Yeah, I'll take it all. Let's go.
That's what Arnold uses, you know. I trust anything Arnold uses. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. He was the mayor and the Terminator.
Yeah, I'm gonna go flex on all these dudes at LVAC.
So tell me, I guess I'm just lingering on the cancer thing. So right about the time when the doctor is suggesting chemo, what was going through your mind, maybe your family's mind, your mom, girlfriend?
Man, they were just down to go with whatever decision I made. You know, I had a couple of people suggesting to go a natural route or do this, do that, and it's like okay, well, look, I feel like I'm dying right now, so
I'd rather live.
It's too late.
Are great, but
it's too late for juices and berries now. Like we can do juices and berries afterward, but right now we need to do something immediately. So
it sounded like it hit you pretty quick too, right? You go to your third doctor and they say go to ER right now.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of time before you're.
And it's not like, and that's why it's acute. That's why it's AML, acute, because it comes on quickly. Like December, it wasn't like I was super tired or anything. Not in December. I just noticed, oh, here's a cyst underneath my arm. What is this? You know, in the subsequent months, I got diagnosed in May. I started noticing stuff in December.
Yeah.
So that's about 6 months.
Right.
You know, it was probably around March when I started feeling like super exhausted and like, okay, this is a little bit weird.
Yeah, Easter does that to you.
Exactly. That one church visit a year just takes it all out of you.
And then bunnies and pastel shit.
Is there any kind of suggestions if someone were to go through this? Like, what were some key indicators? Obviously, the cyst, but from your experience, was it? I don't know. Was it the size of the cyst? Was it the coloration, or it was just you being tired that really got you to the ER?
The cysts, number one, because those had never happened before in my life. So when they said hair follicle infection, I was like, well, maybe there's some new growth, but I doubt that. I've shaved my armpits before and never had a hair follicle infection. Like, so that was kind of weird to me. And then the tired thing, that's what really set it off. Because sometimes I could be at my job just standing there, and I would feel like absolutely drained. Like I'd have to tap out and be like, yo, dude, I got to go sit down in the back for a couple minutes. And that was the weirdest. That would never happen to me before. So if you're feeling anything like that, that's go.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just go.
I think you just described being 44.
You should be going every day.
A bit of a connected story, I guess, but the ending, nothing happened. Well, anyways, so my brother, when he was
Liem
younger,
doesn't die at the end of the story.
my brother doesn't die. When he was younger, at the age of, I want to say 24 and 26, somewhere around there, he had a few times where he just passed out. He one time, I think he was just going pee standing up, and he just blacked out. And I think if I remember, I think we heard, I think you were there. I think
I would have remembered that.
I think we heard a thump in the bathroom, and I went to knock on the door, like, Min, you all right? And then it took him a while, and then he got to the door, and he's like, oh, I passed out. He like completely fell. There was like two other times. I want to say like 3 times. I might be wrong. Over the course of about 6 years, it was 3 times. I'm like, man, maybe you should just go ask a doctor. Like, nothing ever came out of it except for by chance. Well, I don't know. I don't think these are connected. About 6 to 8 years later after that, he had a tumor. Is it a benign tumor behind the eyeball?
Benign behind.
But I don't know if that's benign. Can it get large enough to affect things? I actually don't know.
But benign means it's not spreading to your other organs.
Yeah, it's isolated. A benign tumor can be removed relatively safely, and it's not going to spread anywhere. And
okay, so his sounds like a benign, but it grew to the size of an eyeball behind his eyeball. Yes. So they had I forget where they went through I think the nose to cut it out. And
oh my Lord, that sounds
horrible. Yeah. So back then when I told them to, I don't know if they're connected at all. It's 6 years.
But here's the other
still
thing.
had time to grow.
Yeah. And bodies are weird, man. Like they don't react in the way you think they would necessarily. And
no, but
are you about to say McDonald's?
No, I'm about to say Min's a weird dude too, where he'll get off on like sleep deprivation. Like he'll sleep 3 hours. And then he'll be like, "Oh, I haven't slept in 28 hours." Like, fucker, go to sleep. Like, no, I gotta go to Jack in the Box and get it.
He gets a high out of sleep deprivation for some weird reason.
It's definitely a high.
He had too many Jack in the Box tacos. That's why he was passing out.
Yeah. So no, I've always advised him to sleep and eat a little more normally, and he has persisted in being abnormal in his.
Gotta feed my other eyeball.
If you want to grow a third eyeball, this is the trick.
But yeah, man. Originally they were saying that I went down to City of Hope in California because they were saying, okay, either we're gonna do the chemo or we're gonna do a whole like a bone marrow transfusion.
Wow.
So
wait, how do you transfuse? Like,
dude,
cut open all your bones or?
They don't cut them open, but they do something to inject somebody else's bone marrow inside of yours. They clear your system out completely.
That sounds like insanity.
I heard it's crazy painful, but I don't know anything else. I just heard that.
Well, it sounds like they're having to go into the bone. I mean, I can't imagine that would be a sensation or a thing that our bodies have adapted to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. Like the bone marrow biopsies, like I saw when Will Smith got it done on, what was that, 7 Pounds, the movie?
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
oh, that looks horrible. When I got mine done, I was like, well, it's horrible, but it depends on the doctor. It's just like they go into your back, and the needle is kind of thick. It looks like a turkey baster needle.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, you could feel the pressure when they're going into your back, but that's about the worst, because they usually numb you up with a bunch of lidocaine around it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
the actual process of the transfusion, a whole lot different. And it's this is the funny thing. This is really funny right here. This is where I learned that maybe having a pure bloodline does matter sometimes. Reason being, we were looking for bone marrow matches, right? And they test your immediate family first. But if all of your family, if you're mixed, then it kind of fucks up your bone marrow. Like you can't easily give it to another family member.
Wait,
You
is
know
this
what I mean?
separate? Is this separate from blood type?
Yeah, it's separate from blood type.
Oh,
because to test the
interesting.
bone marrow, what you have to do, it's almost like a 23andMe. You just spit in a little tube and you send it in to see if you're a match. But the purer your race is, the purer your bloodline is, like say if you're 100% Italian, then you're more likely to find a match, because there's a bunch of 100% Italians out
million
here.
Italians, yeah.
But how many people are like, what am I? I'm like 75% African from 3 different places and 25% European from 3 different places. And I already said 100%, but 1% Chinese. And like, dude, I'm from everywhere. Like, it's going to be almost impossible for me to
got
find
that
a
mutt
match.
marrow.
Exactly, bro. So yeah, they tested like 7 or 8 different family members. And I have a huge family, dude. Nobody was a match. Nobody was a match. But
Are you calling your family a bunch of cheaters?
exactly.
On a side note of just a random short documentary that I watched, scientists were saying that blood, you're supposed to. Most of them have better immune systems and everything. It's actually stronger when they say, like, if you could get somebody from like I don't know, if someone in America who finds someone in a third world country, I don't know why I'm using that word, but someone that's their family lineage, there's nothing for generations ever connected, and you get them to have babies, the babies usually are stronger.
That makes sense. That makes
But
sense
in your
because of the
case-
diseases and stuff. But
Yeah.
But unluckily for this situation, it's bad.
it's because it has the bone marrow is like 100% to do with what do you call it?
Compatibility.
DNA, RNA, and
Yeah.
your actual.
Got to be the exact right formula.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I figure with technology though, in the next like 20, 30 years, they'll probably have something that's way easier.
I'll tell you this, I'm half genetically Vietnamese and half Irish American, and my body is very
What?
confused as to whether it should be hairy or not.
Just hairy in some places, not hairy in other
Yeah,
places. Like,
Everywhere, yeah.
this is
Patches.
random.
Yeah, we have a patch of hair here and there.
A lot of ingrown
Random
hairs.
cravings
We
for
got- yeah.
potatoes. Yeah, I get it.
No, those are persistent. That's normal. Yeah.
If Dalmatians only had hair and the black spots.
Oh no, bro.
All right, should we jump just maybe?
Out of body hair? Yes, we should.
Do we want to stay on cancer or
Would you like
yeah, we can do
to
that.
just
Doesn't matter.
live in your terrible memories a little bit more?
Dude,
Or
you know
most
what?
painful part of your life?
It's crazy, man. Like to reflect on it though, because and it's good to reflect on it because it puts everything into perspective.
Right.
It puts everything into perspective and it makes you appreciate what's going on right now. Because I tell you what, dude, I work out every day, and most of the reason I work out every day is so I can tell, hey, am I getting a little bit more tired than usual?
okay, yeah.
Checking
if
your
I'm
tired
getting a
meter.
little bit more tired than usual, I'm going to the doctor quick.
No, that's good. Yeah, you're giving yourself a solid baseline to
Yeah.
understand your own body up on,
Yeah,
So
exactly.
is there a possibility of it coming back? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and they say, okay, this is what they say about it. They say after 5 years, you're in the clear.
Okay.
That's what they say. So it's like, okay, I'm at year. Well, I guess I had my last treatment in January 2019. So this is almost 3 years.
nice.
So I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. And then
So,
do you,
sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's all right. Do you check your white blood cells up frequently then? Or?
Yeah, it used to be like every 3 months. Now it's just once every 6 months.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So they check for white blood cells, and then they check for your platelet count too. Because your platelet count, if that gets low, you're all messed up.
Was that what you were going to ask, Joe?
Yeah, actually it was. I was going to ask like what's the continuing
genius.
process of. Yeah,
You're a very smart man.
I learned from you. Learned from the best.
Beat you by a fraction of a second.
I agree with you about kind of thinking deeper into the some of the life situations to try to extrapolate meaning of life for thyself. Like I know everybody's gonna be different. Like what makes Emmett happy, what makes Joe happy, what makes you happy. It's just things.
Socks.
Socks and no cat poop.
Socks and no leukemia.
Yeah, facts.
But I think it's sometimes the big events that happen to bring quicker clarity, and it's worth it to dive into those. Like the car accident thing, it was just weird. Last podcast, like 2-3 days ago, was when I made that connection where I constantly try to talk about me being nicer to people, at least not giving as much as I take, trying to give a little bit more than I take. I would like to give more than I take, but giving a lot more, I think that would drain my energy. But
dude, imagine where you could be if you got in a lot more car accidents.
Dude, I also had a second car accident like 6 years ago, broke my ankle 5 years ago.
That one just pissed you off.
Yeah, that actually took me the other way, because I was kind of it pissed me off because the insurance companies try to fuck you, the lawyers try to fuck you. It just humanity. It's kind of a weird thing. I understand it, but it's odd from an emotional standpoint. The guy that
addicted to oxycodone.
Big pharma trying to get you addicted to drugs, and then the guy that hit me, like, you never talk to the guy. He never says sorry. Like, you never meet the guy. I understand. It probably wouldn't be good
because you would punch him in the throat.
I would just
break his ankle.
Look
what you did to me.
I think back then I actually thought of this sentence. I actually just want him to at least to understand my pain so that he could be a safer driver. That's actually the thing that I said back then to myself. I didn't want harm on him. I just want him to be a safer driver, because he ran a yellow light and ran me.
I wanted to burn down his fake church.
I was going through a green light. He had a yielding yellow, and I was going straight, and he just went bam. It was like almost a head-on collision. It broke my ankle, and I was just kind of pissed and kind of lost a little bit.
Well, no, I fractured his leg in many places, like shattered his ankle.
Yeah.
Dude.
You
really bad.
You can't tell when you saw me walking, but if I go for a long walk, I pay for it the next day. It's getting a little bit. It's not as bad as it seemed a couple years ago. I've been taking a lot of vitamins, but I don't. It's a dead bone, and it doesn't regenerate now, so it's a permanent problem. Like it's just gonna get worse and worse through time. But where was I going with that?
You're gonna end up with a blade leg. It's gonna be awesome. It's the future.
No more crip walking.
If that ends up being it, then it sounds better than a peg leg, because peg leg, you have to walk with a limp with a peg leg.
Yeah, nobody does peg legs anymore. You get blade legs.
No.
I've never seen a person with a peg leg.
No, not an actual peg leg, but when you see someone with a cane and you see them walking a certain way, they might have had that same bone broken, and they got their bones fused.
Yeah. No, you're going to upgrade to the blade leg.
Yeah. So anyway, where was I going with all that? Reflecting on life. That second one kind of pissed me off. That kind of took a little bit of more anger towards humanity, oddly. Maybe I'm just getting older and senile. Cynical?
No,
cynical.
That's a fair reaction.
Cynical.
I actually just posted a link in the chat. After the podcast is over, you guys should watch it. It's footage of me getting T-boned from a bus stop camera, and I got completely fucked. Even though there was camera footage and the cops determined it wasn't my fault, ran a red light, I wound up on the hook for like $5,000.
What?
Yeah, it was absolute bullshit. I was never more angry in my life, just because like I did nothing wrong and I followed all the proper procedures, and I just got completely fucked. So I know how that feels. I would thank God I wasn't injured. You know what I mean? Like,
wait,
like
so
my neck was fucked up for a little while, but
who charged you $5,000? Or is that your medical bills?
No, I didn't have any medical. Well, I mean, so they covered all the medical shit. That wasn't a big deal. The problem was that while the other guy's insurance company was investigating, I went through them because I was like, oh, there's camera footage. The police said it wasn't my fault. It's straightforward. They'll just pay me out, fix my car. We'll call it a day. Yeah. Well, they couldn't get a hold of their own customer, the guy that was driving the car. They could not find him. So I was incurring $50 a day for a car rental for 3 months. And then they wound up saying that's unreasonable. We're not paying that.
Okay.
Even though they were the ones that were intentionally dragging their feet. So this footage was found within a week of the accident. The police report was within 2 weeks. And they still spent 3 months of just dicking around saying, we're still trying to get a hold of our client. We're still trying to get his side of the story, which in my opinion, shouldn't even matter at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the footage is clear as fuck, and the police were like, yeah, he ran a fucking red light,
Then he ran out of the country.
Yeah. And, in retrospect, I should have just gone through my own insurance and had them fight to get the money back. But I thought it was going to be so clear cut. And I guess I had too much faith that, it would
you can't trust an insurance company, bro.
Yeah, no. Well, also, he had one of those insurance companies. He was from California. He had one of those insurance companies that, it was called the General or something like that, and they deal with high risk
for the General
that have DUIs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they're a shady insurance company. It was not like I was dealing with Geico or State Farm or Allstate or some shit. I was dealing with some random fly by night California insurance company, and
every insurance company's goal is to collect your money in case you have a terrible situation, and then when the terrible situation comes around, their goal is to not pay you.
Yeah,
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So I was on the hook for my entire car rental bill, which was very.
You should go burn down a General building.
At least one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's insured.
There is one insured too. I was like, I thought about taking the small claims court, but then it turns out that would have been a whole battle in on itself. And
here you go. You know what? Go get General Insurance, right? Switch from your company to General, and then go accidentally drive into their front door. Then you win.
Man, fucking insurance.
Yeah, dude. Insurance companies are whack, dude.
But do it while you're wearing an Army helmet.
Oh, that's right, because they actually had a little General icon.
Yeah,
they do.
But wear that helmet and then go crash into their front of their store.
Yep,
that'd be fantastic.
Send me that link on Discord.
Oh, I will. I put it in the chat for the Zoom too, but I'll send it on Discord.
Yeah,
it's a good video. Like I said, one of the chats. Whenever we're done, you guys should all watch it. It's very fun.
Cool.
Wait, we're gonna watch Joe getting wrecked.
Well, there's a tweaker at the bus stop too, and his reaction to the whole situation is pretty great because he's sitting there just tweaking the fuck out. And then, my car gets T-boned and like 180s right into the bus stop, and you could see him. He's on crutches. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he told me too. He's like, "Don't tell the cops I was here." I'm like, "I don't even know who you are." Like, what? Don't tell.
They beat me up and broke my legs.
Wait, what's your name again?
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro,
this character. Now I want to know his story.
Should have followed him around.
Yeah, no, for real. He seems like quite the character.
Or he attracts danger.
Yeah, one or the other.
Let's jump topics to Marquee and Tao. Did you work at Marquee?
Yeah, Marquee and Tao. It was I got hired for Marquee, but then I was working over at Tao every now and then too.
Right. So if you're working in the nightclubs in Las Vegas, making all this money, living the life, quit now. You're wasting your time.
Yep.
What years were you working at Tao and Marquee?
It was from 2012 to 2018.
Okay, and then you said you worked at you're doing part-time at Tao. Is that what you said? Or what did you say?
Well, it's all the same company. So it's Tao
that's
Group.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, it's Tao Group. So it's Tao, Marquee, Lavo, Beauty and Essex, and they have a bunch of other properties and restaurants in New York and Sydney, all around now.
That might be the same exact years that I worked at Cosmo. I worked at Cosmo. I was a software engineer for Cosmo. Emmett worked the bars there.
Dude, I knew you guys looked familiar.
Yeah, hanging around.
What bar did you work at?
I was on call for a lot of it. Vesper on Graveyard for 3 years.
Okay.
And the Opium Show for a little bit.
Okay. Maybe I saw you on the employee bus sometime too.
Yeah.
Because I actually been working for Cosmo since before it opened. I was working at the clothing store at All Saints.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
I probably only went to Marquee like probably 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I think I walked in there one time before Emmett got a job there. I actually tried to contact their manager and say, "Hey, I have a cousin that bartends. Can you get them in there?" And they didn't hear me out because I'm a software engineer. What are they doing? Who are you? Why are you coming in here? So yeah. Tell me some stories about Marquee, Tao, or just your experience.
Oh man, it was active, very active. And like. It's hard to pull out one moment when there were so many moments. Like there's so many times when the club has been so packed that you can't even move. Like you're security and you're trying to direct people, but you can't move because it's like a sea of people and you're just stuck there.
Yeah.
That happened when Drake came, when Fetty Wap came. I got to do security for people like Nas, Common, Migos. This was Migos back in the day before they really got as big as they are right now.
Mm-hmm. Is Fetty Wap still big?
You know what? No, he had that.
Faded out.
He had one of the most amazing summers of any artist. He had I want to say it was like 4 or 5 #1 singles in the course of like 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's exactly why we had him there for New Year's performing, and it was so packed. It's all you would hear is Fetty Wap in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? I've done security for DJ Mustard.
Do you happen to have any advice for people coming to Vegas that want to like party in the nightclub scene? Is there any advice from the stuff you've seen?
Make friends. Number 1, number 2, pre-sale tickets. If you really want to get into the club, most of the clubs out there have pre-sale tickets. Get a pre-sale ticket, you're guaranteed entry pretty much, as long as you're in the dress code. And dress code is it's kind of strict, but not that strict. You just have to really be presentable and make sure that everything is like you dressed up like you came to go out tonight, Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
other than that, don't do anything stupid. You can't do drugs in the club, man. You cannot do drugs in the club. Also, even though weed is legal, you can't do it in the club. Not yet.
Unless you're Snoop Dogg.
Exactly. Literally.
No, but the other thing you can't do is come on a budget. Like going to a Vegas nightclub is to go blow a shitload of money.
Yep.
Like if you don't have $1,000 to blow, don't do it. Just don't hang out at this place that's gonna cost you a lot of money, right? So I've been poor. I've been in college. I've had low paying jobs. I didn't have money in the bank. I don't go hang out at nightclubs when I ain't got no money, right? Mm-hmm. So if you want to go to the most awesome place on earth, this is a club that takes money to get in and have fun at. Mm-hmm. If a $30 drink sounds terrible to you, don't go there. Go across the street and you get a $5 drink.
Right? They go to a dive bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go downtown.
Is $1,000 really an actual suggested?
Dang, man. Mark? I mean, if you think about it, maybe it might cost you if it's a good weekend, then maybe it might cost you as a dude $100 to get in, and then maybe $20-$30 a drink. And let's say you're buying rounds for a lady friend too, that's $40 to $60 a round. You guys do 4 rounds, that's what, $240. Yeah, $1,000 would be comfortable.
But that's general admission. That's you hanging out with the cattle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You don't have a table. You don't have a bottle.
If you want to get a table, you're going to need more than $1,000. You're going to need more than $1,000 if you want a table, man. You got to really come with it.
Yeah, but you're trying to hang out where the rich people are playing.
Exactly.
Right. So if you want to hang out with the rich people,
I think the 2 times, I think it was both times that I went to Marquee was because I knew somebody that had a free ticket or something. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. And then I don't drink really. So I go in and try to be on the cheap anyways. Not because if I liked to drink, I probably would have spent some, but I wasn't really much of a drinker. So so to hear 1,000, damn.
Dude, playing it the local way is totally different though. Playing it the local way, we went to, we went to every club with no money in our pockets because working in the industry or just knowing people around in the industry on the industry nights, which is the weekdays, certain clubs will give you comp bottles. So you take advantage of that. You have a comp bottle, a comp table. Well, now it looks like you're the shit. And there's going to be out-of-towners there just because it's industry night and locals are free. The out-of-towners are still paying. So see what you can scoop up there. And that was the game.
Yeah, but because they're going to come to your club and get the same.
Exactly.
You know, so you're trading because you're in the club. Now you're in the club.
Exactly. It's like I'm going to date myself because Surrender's closed, but I would go to Surrender on a Wednesday then see the same girl in the club on Friday on the same dress.
Back road, what is it? Surrender. Is that a main?
Was that the Win?
Yeah.
Oh,
is that the Win?
I was thinking, okay.
Is that the Win? It's shut down now. And as long as I went there, I never noticed all the symbology in there. It's basically the whole theme of Surrender is like Adam and Eve and Satan getting cast out of heaven. Like if you look in there, there's a huge serpent behind the bar.
Yeah.
And then if you look up at the ceiling, all you see is like these like mannequins, like bodies, and they're like falling out of the sky. So it's like the fallen angels. It's like, and then if you look at the name of Surrender, they had an apple and a snake on the S. And I was like, wait a second. I've been going there for 5 years before I noticed. I was like, well, this is why I have so much fun here. No wonder.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's actually really clever.
I'm gonna kind of say a story, then you could let me know what you think about it. So I play guitar. I don't play very often. I started playing guitar when I was probably 13 or 12, and then I got into my first band probably when I was 15, and that was probably one of the most, and still today, one of the most awesomest experiences ever. To play in a band when you connect with it as a guitarist with a drummer and a bassist and then a vocalist and then maybe another guitarist, typically for me was 4 or 5 man band. And man, when I connect with people musically, there's nothing on earth like that. So as from your perspective on making hip hop music, when I say this story, what does it make you think
Rap
of?
battles.
Yeah, I could absolutely relate because I mean I've never been in a band, but I've had a few jam sessions because I've tried to learn how to play the guitar, and it's like that. But being a solo act and doing it all myself, it's kind of weird because you are the band.
You're the composer.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a great feeling. You get this. It's a high when you can put together the right thing, when you feel like, okay, this song is missing something. It just needs one thing. And then it's like, it comes to you out of the air. You know, that's a rush. That's an adrenaline rush, a huge adrenaline rush. And then when you finish the whole entire piece and listen back to it, it's as long as it comes out good, it's no other feeling like that.
Yeah.
It's like you have all these little babies out here. It's like they're your kids.
What if you make the best song ever tomorrow? Then do you have to quit, or do you just have to make all these other suckier songs after that?
Just keep on going. Just keep on going. Because sometimes I used to feel like that, man. I used to feel like, damn, like, dude, this song is dope. And then, like, for the next few months, I'm like, man, I'm not making anything as good as this.
Yeah.
But I feel like the longer I've done it and the longer I've been at it, I'm able to consistently get to where I'm like, oh, okay, well, this one's just dope in a different way. Because it's almost like chicks. Like, okay, like, look, in my opinion, there is no, like, most beautiful woman on the earth. Like, no, there's a lot of women that are just reached the pinnacle of beauty in different ways. Like, because it's like, oh, man, I can't call you more pretty than her, when she's like, you guys are both the same, but different. So that's exactly how I feel about my songs. It's like, you guys are the same, but you're different. Like, but some of them still stand out. You still have a few standouts that you show more favor toward.
Right.
So younger, I'm gonna try to ask what do you take from your youth and or your young age, or from your youth?
Young Garry?
What do you take into music? That's where I'm gonna go with this. But so earlier you mentioned you were taught to read at the age of 3. Mm-hmm. Do you think there's anything through that history that kind of carries into music for you?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It's just the hunger and the thirst for knowledge makes it a lot easier to come up with words. Because when it came to music, I was just as studious with music as I was about, reading. I studied the history of hip hop, and not only hip hop, I studied all genres. Like when I get into a genre, I go deep. So I was really into everything, and and it really makes my sound more eclectic. People can't quite put their finger on it sometimes. Like they say, oh, you sound like this, and this together. You know, this sounds kind of like rock, but it's not, because you're rapping and then you're singing on the hook, and you know, it's a mix of a few different things, almost like K-pop, but not really, because they have a distinct, like when K-pop switches genres in the song, it's very distinct. With me, I kind of blend things together, you know. So
plus, they got better hairdos than you.
Way better hairdos than me, man. It looks like somebody painted on their hair. I'm like, damn, man. But yeah, so mine's more a blend. Like I might use some like rock guitars with like an EDM bass and then a hip hop drum pattern. And then I'm rapping on the song, but then on the hook, I might be singing. So it's like, what genre is this even really? Well, it's rap, because it's the main basis is rap, but it's a bunch of different stuff in here, you know?
Can you name 30 different bands that you take inspirations from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wow.
Rod Stewart.
Sometimes it's hard to start. Sometimes it's hard to get it started, but let's start off. The basics. Let's do Kanye, Jay. Let's say Dr. Dre for his production aspect, because he's like bar none. Biggie, Tupac, Radiohead, Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, System of a Down, Van Morrison, because his writing was crazy. Who else? Jimi Hendrix. What about more recently besides Nirvana, of course. Oh my
Man,
goodness!
you
How
went
can I
back to
forget
somebody who
about
killed
9
himself
Inch
30
Nails?
years ago to go more recently.
Yeah, right. 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor specifically.
Oh my God.
He's so dude.
Trent is insane.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, he's insane. He's crazy. And
You know he does film scores too now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. That's why. That's especially
him,
why.
Him and one of the other 9 Inch guys, they're both like huge film composers now, and it's just like, what?
Yeah,
But
they
make
did
amazing shit.
They did the network and some other shit. The network, the one about Facebook. The network.
Whatever.
They did.
They're
that
no
one.
Rob Zombie. Come on.
Yeah, Trent Reznor recently did the. I think he did the Spiral movie with Chris Rock, the Saw spinoff.
Oh shit, that came out already.
Yeah,
I didn't
with
even
Chris
know.
Rock and Sam Jackson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did that, and he's been doing a lot of stuff. Or no, that might be the other 9 Inch Nails guy. I don't know. Either way, because I recognize a lot of like the. I recognize a lot of like the audio themes, and I looked it up, and I was like, that explains it. There you go.
It's like, dude, this sounds like the Downward Spiral. Like, okay, I hear this. Yeah, that's one thing I really love about him, because Trent Reznor's range is just ridiculous.
It is.
Because if you listen to, like, I want to say that he basically invented industrial music.
Yeah.
And if you listen to industrial, dude, there's a lot of hip hop elements in there. There's a lot of,
Yep.
Dude, he created here's one. He created the film score for, not film score, but the music for Doom, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it Doom? Yeah. it was
the
Doom.
movie.
No, the video game. The
Yeah,
video
no, he did-
game back
did
in the day.
that.
No way.
Yeah. And all the
Yeah.
Doom games slap with their fucking soundtracks. Straight up.
So yeah, those are the people that I really draw inspiration from. Prince, people who a lot of the people are people who like do everything. You know,
Is dubstep dead?
nah.
Okay.
I mean, it's
evolved.
I don't think it'll ever be as hyped as it was back in the day when it first came out. But yeah, exactly. It's evolved. It's evolved a lot.
Nice.
Evolved into.
I didn't name any EDM artists, but I really love all genres of music. It's just that, in the club, I'd listen to EDM all day long. And sometimes it's like, I don't know one artist from the other one, but I love this song.
Yeah.
All of their songs feel good.
What's your intuition on the future of music in essence? So when I think about, like, back in the day, say if I listen to NoFX, Aerosmith, any of these bands, you buy a CD and you listen to all 12, 15, 20 songs, and you know every song from that album. But nowadays it's like you download one song from one band and then you might hear another song. So it's just a huge buffet of music. What's your intuition on how will the future be with technology and music?
I feel like every consumer has a different goal. But for the most part, when it comes to putting stuff out to the masses, it's going to be like, okay, people just want to hear this one song or these two songs. but your core fan base is always going to want to hear your complete project, your complete work.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know? And there's so many different things that are happening with music right now that it's kind of hard to say, especially with the blockchain getting involved. It's kind of
my favorite topic.
Deep.
Oh, there we go.
Lim just got a boner.
I'm sorry, Liam's gonna go nuts.
Wait, before you go there, I would say that there is also a difference about that time, because you're talking about a pre-internet time. Mm-hmm. Before the internet, like you came home from school, there's the stupid television on. If you got a new CD, that is literally the exciting new thing in your life. And there's not a million other options of things you can go look at right now.
Exactly.
I think there was a less complicated world and less options and less distraction. You didn't have a fucking supercomputer in your pocket that can access the entire digital world. It's insane what can happen in your pocket. So
until you discover torrents, of course.
Yeah. but that pre-internet world, like if you had an album, that was the fucking exciting thing.
Yeah.
And you would listen to it, all of it, over and over again, because that was what you had, right? The minute you finished that album, you didn't have some next thing to go on to. So of course you're going to listen to it again. Yeah. So
Exactly. That's very true.
I think it was a different time.
Oh yeah. Those times are long gone too, unfortunately. Like that era of music consumption, I don't think it'll ever be recreated or recaptured. Because even today, whenever they say album sold, they have metrics to determine like 1,000 plays on Spotify. That's like the equivalent of like 10 albums sold or whatever. You know, like albums just aren't getting sold like they used to be. And I don't think that people listen to everything. That on average, your average listener probably doesn't listen to an entire album, I guess, on Spotify. You know what I mean? Like it gets put into their mix. Certain songs do, the more hype songs, if you want to say it like that. But
they're wasting their time listening to this bullshit too. This is 3 hours.
To kind of add to what Joe's saying, I think the last album that I tried, quote unquote, tried to actually listen to at all was 21 Pilots, because I think there's 4 songs on one album. I'm like, damn, I love all 4 songs. Like I should go check out this one album. I ended up actually liking the majority of that album. So I just think I guess I'm saying that because I feel in the last,
I thought it was going to be Billie Eilish.
I want to say has it been probably 20 something years before I've listened to, that's the first time in 20 something years to listen to an album. Now I listen to songs here and there, but not an album. So
Did you
the way that we
discover some
consume
other
stuff has changed completely. So
yeah, what was that?
Did you discover some other songs on the album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that whole album I thought was pretty decent.
Yeah.
But that kind of makes me almost sad that I don't know. Do I wish I would dive into more albums? I don't know. So
it's a good thing you're not a Garry fan. You'd have to listen to 100 songs this year.
So gear up.
And then his
buddy.
back
6
catalog.
If you drive across country, you can listen to everything. Yeah, I mean, I used to be the guy that would listen to an album a day. I try to listen to a different album a day. I try to find, the classics, or if I like this artist in particular, I'm trying to listen to their whole entire discography from front to back, see where their state of mind was with this project. But the last 2 years, I haven't been listening to anybody's shit except for mine and the people that I know, or the people that I come into contact with.
Are you allowed to sample video game noises?
You know what I do? Like if I'm talking about mushrooms on a song, I'm going to use the Super Mario noise. So
Yeah.
they might sue me one day when I get big enough, but for now.
No, what I'm saying is if you're going for the Twitch audience, then you could be sampling Call of Duty or whatever is the most popular games. Would that excite that audience?
I think so.
Okay.
Especially if a particular song got popular there. Yeah. Like there's some streamers that stream games, and then maybe they'll like sing while they're playing the game. Somebody will make a clip of that, and then that'll be popular. So it's like, hey, you could memeify yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it. No, the quicker you could turn yourself into a meme, the more chances that you have of getting yourself out there to the masses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, memeing yourself is a huge business these days.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm struggling with that. It's like,
that's the thing too, though, is memes are decided by the people. You could try all you want, but if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. The internet decides what's meme worthy and not. And I don't know. Also, Garry, I would like to say really quick, I just looked into it because you kind of blew my mind and I wasn't really sure what you were talking about.
Uh-oh.
I did not realize. Yeah, Trent Reznor did Quake. He did Doom 3, Doom Eternal. I can't believe that so many banger songs I've heard over the years playing those games.
Yeah, dude.
No idea.
It's crazy.
That is amazing.
Are you talking about the original PC Doom game?
Yeah.
He did those.
Yeah.
He did Quake.
Was he 4 years old when those came out, or what?
Me?
No, Trent.
Oh, maybe. Fuck. I was like 4 years old when a lot of this came out.
When did Quake come out?
1993. I actually have it pulled up right here.
Jesus, bro.
Yeah, and he's been doing the Doom soundtrack since then.
Dude, Scottie Pippen was still playing basketball in 93.
Didn't have 6 rings yet.
So totally like a tangent on the what's the future of music. This is my crazy utopian thought. With the idea of universal basic income as our government is maybe trying to look at it, maybe.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
If say, I don't know, 5 or 10 years out and it does happen, say if universal basic income happens in America, what I actually look forward to on that is more time with family and more time for creative arts, music. So I don't know, this is my theory. So when we get to universal basic income, if we get that, and then we get freedom of time to create a lot of music, I think the value, like buying music, will go out the door because we already have a universal basic income to hopefully pay for home and food. But I think a lot more music will be made.
Kanye still wants money.
I think that I'm theorizing that will slowly come down as even as we see YouTube starting to come down, and as in the people still make a lot of money, but a lot of the top people are saying they're getting cut out a lot of money too.
Okay.
So they used to make $40 million and now they're making $10 million. It's still a lot of money, but that's the top people. Imagine the people down in the middle.
Isn't that just YouTube keeping more money? Isn't that just a business keeping more of the money?
Potentially.
Okay.
So I think with the universal basic income, that can facilitate more arts, more time in arts, more time in the family, more time for fun. But that also brings, I think, the value, the monetary value of it down. But that doesn't mean the emotional value goes down, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So that's kind of my utopian thought of it.
You want people to love Gary's music and not pay him for it?
Well, if Garry has enough money to
Sorry,
live,
man.
I would probably, I think podcasting would potentially come to that too, where it would be less money in podcasting.
Yeah.
So I would still do, if I had money for home and food, I would do this for free.
Okay. You know what? I think
I'm only here trying to get rich.
Okay, because I think that's a great idea because, at least for the people who are actually passionate about what they do. Because you have a lot of people that are making music just for the money.
Rod Stewart.
So
Fuck that
the people that are doing it just for the money, they wouldn't have to worry about the money anymore. So maybe they wouldn't do it. So this would just leave room for the talent
Exactly.
to actually be there.
Yep.
You know,
Because
I like that.
When I played music with some of the drummers, I played with some of the basses. Just so many people I played. Yeah, that's actually not so many, but like say 10 people that I played with, where they're like fucking amazing. Like when they create riffs, they make some solos, their drum beats. It's just fucking phenomenal to see on the spot. They just fucking rock out and they just make all this crazy shit. I'm just like, how the fuck does your brain work like that? You're just making this shit up. But yet I see a lot of those people have to go get a job. They got to go. Yep. I'm like, these people, those type of people, I wish that they could have a sustainable way of life to continue doing that art that's in their brain.
Exactly. And it's funny, man, because the music business is just like, it's full of shady people, man. It's full of shady people, and it's a bunch of shady things that go on. And it's like a lot of the money that some artists could be making is being taken from them before they even get to see it, and they don't know
Spears.
it. Oh my goodness, what's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm guessing. The reason why I said that. Is a lawsuit between her and her parents or something?
Her and her dad. It was a stewardship? What is it called?
Conservatorship.
Conservatorship. Yeah. Conservatorships. But they just I think that they ended the conservatorship as far as I know.
They transferred it to another person.
Oh,
that
they
she
transferred
requested it. Yeah.
Oh,
She
okay,
wanted
I
a
see.
neutral party, not her father. She wanted
Oh.
like an actual like a lawyer or an accountant to be in charge of it, not someone who's emotionally invested or is just trying to get money, from what I understand.
That kind of makes sense, but it's kind of a risk too.
So sorry if I tangent you off of that Britney Spears, but yeah. So you're I think you were saying that there's so much corruption.
Yeah, there's a lot of corruption in the music, and it's like just being able to, just for artists to get the tools that they need to be able to know, okay, this is what it takes for me to make it, like make it as in for me to start making an income, you know, because it's like a lot of people know, but they just don't. Like they say that, oh yeah, here's a consultation, do this, do that, but they don't really tell you, you know, what is it going to take? Because it's like, there's a lot of tools that us as artists can be using from different streaming platforms to check all of our statistics. There's like, I kid you not, there's like 4 different types of royalties that musicians can collect on the same song. Yeah. You have to sign up for like 4 different organizations in order to collect all of the money from your music. And it's like, dude, like, why is this so complicated?
You talk about a lot of work now, man. I just want to be rich and famous.
Exactly. Like
you're talking about things like the publishing versus like the writing credits and right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You have the publishing rights, you have mechanical rights, you have sync rights. It's like, dude, wait a second, what? And then with the publishing rights, it's like there's 200% of a song, and it's like, okay, wait, how is there 200% of a song? Oh wait, you mean I'm not collecting all of my money from this place? Well, what about my distributor? Like they giving me money too, but that's nothing to do with your publishing rights, mechanical rights, or sync rights. That's your digital online plays, and it's like this is calculus. This is calculus, and this is why there's a music business, because who wants to know all that shit? And who wants to have to focus on it all?
Yeah, you need a lawyer just to navigate any of it, you know, in addition to your manager. Sometimes they're the same, but they'll double up the fees anyway.
Exactly.
Can
Exactly.
Can I go buy some of your fresh shirts?
Yeah.
Is it on your website?
Yeah.
Okay. Garry with 2 R's.
Garry with 2 R's.com.
All right.
Well, and historically too, I mean, like from what I understand, a lot of musical artists throughout the years, even today, a lot of their revenue is generated from non-musical ventures, like selling merch at concerts, the concert ticket revenue itself, you know, like they pretty much make jack shit off of the album being sold, you know, you get a pittance, but.
Exactly. That's a lot of people that are involved in, that are signed in labels and signed in these deals.
Okay. Where were you going before with blockchain?
Oh, the blockchain.
My boner went away because it's been a while.
Time for a BR.
Just made Joe choke on his
phone. It's just like the whole NFT thing. I was hyped about it at first.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you as an artist can make something, put a royalty on it, and just put it out there in the public. You could sell it for 1 penny. And then if the value increases to the public, then you'll get paid your royalty on that, as long as it's set up in the smart contract. So stuff like that will change the future of music.
Oh, can I buy your song on OpenSea right now?
Dude, I don't have anything on OpenSea. I made one NFT. And I was like,
I'll give you $1,000 for it right now.
This is dope. I'm about to go make one more NFT.
Sweet.
But when I was doing it, this was 6 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So it was really, I mean, it's still in its infancy technically, but it was really in its infancy back then. And it was like, dude, wait, how do I upload the song here? Because on OpenSea and Rarible, it was really easy to upload like a video or a picture. It just wasn't clear to me. Okay, how do I just upload the song? Yeah. How do I then link other people to like the extra stuff? Like, let's say I want to include the text document with the lyrics on it, or I want to include a private link to go access something different on this website. You know, like, where do I put that?
No, I want a pixel logo of your head like a zombie.
Yeah, like a crypto kitty or what? Crypto punks. That's what it is. Yeah, man.
I want the Garry crypto punk.
Yeah, where's my Garry coin at?
I'm gonna have to make it soon. Put it on. Put it on.
Coins are old and busted.
I'll invest in that ICO. I got you.
Just name it after a dog. Everybody's gonna buy it.
No, yeah, dude. Look, I'm not even joking. Me and my friends were looking at this the other day. Complete tangent, but animal-based coins outperform every other coin in existence.
Ta-da.
On average.
It makes sense. They're all rug pulls.
Yeah. They're just more memeable. I mean,
exactly. Everybody loves dogs.
Yeah, and then Elon Musk tweets about it, and you become rich.
Yeah. Can't wait till Dogecoin hits $1.
So are you feeling that NFTs for you is like it's too hard, or it's not working out, or what
Before it was too difficult. Lately, I just haven't went back to it because at first, like the barrier of entry in the beginning kind of was like, and then I did make one, but it was on I can't even tell you the name of the platform right now, man. It was something that started with an N.
And then an F. And then a T.
Absolutely.
NFTzone.com.
I can't even tell you. Was it?
I'm just making shit up. Sorry. Don't go there.
Was it a fan?
Don't go to that website.
It might be a scam site.
Quick, go buy that domain.
But yeah, if there was just a quick, easy way. I know on Audius, if you ever heard of Audius, it's like the music-based blockchain, like the biggest one, basically. You should check it out. They have a lot of like famous EDM artists that are really involved with it. I was checking that out, and it's not an NFT platform, but it is music on the blockchain.
Okay.
So it's like, the Spotify blockchain version.
Yeah.
It's still in like the others, still in its infancy, but it's a lot more advanced than a lot of the other ones. It's just that the searchability on there is kind of shaky. But on Audius, they now allow you to, if you're an artist, you can post your NFTs on your profile. So you can connect your music and your NFTs that way.
Yeah.
Wait, is any of your music on YouTube?
Yeah, all of it. Well, not the 160. There's about 50 songs on there.
Okay, so if I'm watching this podcast on YouTube and I go, man, this Garry dude, he sounds cool. How do I go check out your music on YouTube? How do I find it?
Just type in Garry with 2 R's, GARRY WITHTWORS.
All as one
word?
Okay.
Yeah, one word or spaced out.
What?
Garry with 2 R's, all letters, no numbers. Garry with 2 R's.com.
No,
I did that. It said the domain was for sale.
GARRY.com. You're about to give Garry over here with a heart attack. He's about to lose an R.
Garry.com is for sale. Inquire for price.
Oh no, you got to type it all out.
Podcast, and I was just like, what the fuck?
You got to type it all out. It's with 2 R's also. WITHT.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
That wasn't a bit you guys were doing earlier?
It's just marketing, bro. Marketing. Wait, did you just say
that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life?
That's going to be the commercial.
Wait, did you
just go to GarryWith2Rs.com. Well, I typed it in and it's not there.
Is the regular Garry.com available? Is that what you're saying?
Wait, it's for sale?
That seems impossible.
Well, it's probably
it just says it's for sale.
It's probably for sale for like millions.
Oh, somebody's offered. It's not.
Well, I just checked NFT Zone and they want a cool $100,000 for that.
Damn.
Garry.com is probably like 30.
No, I got
anything that's less than about 8 letters that's not a completely made up word is gone.
Right.
Yeah. They've been gone since 2002.
Yeah.
But not limtalk.com.
Well, unless you have an unlikely combination. That's what I'm saying. Don't think that people weren't coming up with bots to snap up domains with simple names.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Well, weird little tangent, really quick. Sorry. But have you guys ever been to Nissan.com?
No. MESON?
Nissan. Like
Nissan.
company.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Nissan. You go to the website. It's actually a website for a small family-owned Japanese computer repair company. And their family surname is Nissan, and the car company has been trying to sue them, buy them out, do whatever they can for the last 30 years, and these people won't budge because they're not squatting on the domain. That's their family name, and they run an active business under that name.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's Nissan computers.
Well, plus Nissan's not the car company's not Japanese anymore anyway, so fuck them, right?
Yeah, exactly. But they just want that domain, and apparently they've made multiple offers for millions of dollars, and they're just like, nah, we're good. Family honor and whatnot,
I would have taken it.
I would have too. But this guy just doesn't give a fuck. He'd rather make his $3,000 a week repairing computers, I guess.
Yeah,
it's honor.
I think that's fine. I would hate it if you were like if you had Pepsi.com and you weren't anything related.
No, and those get struck down. Like they passed a law way in the mid '90s, like way back when.
Yeah,
stopping that kind of bullshit. Like you have to actually be using the name and not just be squatting on someone's copyrighted name.
Okay, good.
Not with crypto though.
No.
So Pepsi.crypto.
Well, Pepsi had a coin. They had a Pepsi coin.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Like a year or two ago, you'd scan a little QR code in the bottle cap, and you'd get like a certain amount of Pepsi coin or some shit.
Tastes better. Actually,
I don't drink much soda, so I just barely remember this. But
yeah, I just saw an article today. Burger King wants you to download their app, and they give you some free crypto.
That's what I heard. I heard about that, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Burger King crypto game.
It's all fun and games until you try to buy your 2031 Tesla with King coin, That's the future, man.
That's what we're moving towards.
Owning these cryptos and
yeah, man. This crypto is going crazy, especially right now, man. If you can't see that it's gonna take over, then you're not watching.
Oh, it's gonna take over 100%.
Named the whole NBA stadium like is FTX. Like that's where the Miami Heat are playing. So dude, like they own that stadium name for the next 20 years.
Dude, that's how I knew that we were actually legit, like with crypto, is whenever I started seeing it in every sports game, usually on the banner in the background. And then I started seeing them being on like the field or in the ring for UFC fights. And now now we're starting to see them buy fucking stadiums and shit, naming rights.
Is FTX US based or are they somewhere else?
I think they're US based. No, are they US based?
Probably not.
Oh,
you don't want to be under the whim of America,
old ass congressman.
Yeah, pretty much. Like things can change administration. They want more stability, so they'll be based somewhere else, but operate heavily and essentially and metaphorically be based out of America. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Not metaphorically, but like their effort will be here, but they'll be technically registered in Ireland or some shit. That way, if they have to exit the U.S. market, they can do so, and it won't. It's not a big deal.
I'm okay sending my money to Ireland.
Yeah.
I visited. They're nice people,
and they have very generous tax laws for businesses. So
Ireland, yeah,
that's where Google's based out of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
yeah, you thought they're an American company? No, they're Irish. So is every other fucking company on the NASDAQ top 100.
Just time to move to Ireland.
Yeah, what they'll do is like Google in America, there'll be a division of Google Ireland, and then they'll be like, yeah, we made $100 billion, but we had to pay 99 billion of it to the license holder that owns our IP, and that happens to be based in Ireland. And then because of current U.S. tax laws, they don't get taxed on that, and they get taxed way less on the money going to Ireland.
Yeah, Delaware needs to step up their game.
It's a fraud. Yeah, exactly. Because that's
Delaware
what they're doing.
And Nevada.
It's every company in Ireland that exists is strictly just licenses intellectual property to their American subsidies.
No, Guinness is real.
Yeah, you would know, Mr. Half Irish or some shit.
I just drink a lot of Guinness.
So I'll kind of Joe, for the audio listeners, Joe just spat out because Emmett mentioned Guinness beer anyways.
Joe's doing an anti-Guinness shtick.
Craft beer.
I am not being sponsored by Hop Valley.
He's drinking mango beer right now.
Delicious Mango Stash IPA available at a local retailer near you. Continue the podcast.
I got a little bit of a random story. I'll connect it to the ads on sports and stuff. So yesterday, we went to that dumplings restaurant. Chinese?
Yeah, they were Chinese style dumplings.
Okay, Chinese style dumplings. And we went to a restaurant, and as I was sitting there just watching,
I got to make sure my racism is properly tuned.
As I was sitting there, As we were sitting there eating, they also had a little robot thing that would bring out the food, but they still had a waitress or a
Wait. You gloss over that, like saying that you had a robot waiter isn't a big deal.
We're living in the future. It's no crazier than mango beer.
But we just had this little robot bringing us our food. What the fuck are you talking about?
But that's why I said, but the waiter and waitress, it's just a shelf. It's a shelf that drives itself. So then the waiter and waitress still has to pull it off the shelf and put it on your table.
It was a shelf sitting on top of a Roomba.
That sounds like some Blade Runner shit. You know, I'm over here thinking to be able to order a McMuffin on the McDonald's app is futurology. And Lord.
So while me and Emmett were hanging out in the future,
we're living in the year 3000.
I was looking up at the TV, and then it was a baseball game, and then behind the the ads on the walls behind the pitcher and whatever. The outfielders was TikTok, and I was telling Emmett, like, man, I feel like a old person when I feel like seeing a TikTok banner. The
robot was laughing at you.
Yeah. But yeah, because unfortunately, since I love crypto so much, when I see crypto.com, the banner on F1 racing, UFC, I think they bought, I think they bought so much crypto.com. I'm not getting paid by them, but I feel like that doesn't.
They want to pay us, they can.
Yeah.
You use promo code Liam's not getting paid for this.
So oddly, I feel crypto is more fitting, but yet I got surprised by TikTok ads on the banner. If that makes sense, I guess because I like crypto, I don't understand TikTok sometimes. I understand it, but I don't.
I understand advertising.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. Do I remember seeing Instagram and Facebook ads at sports games? Like,
that's
what's weird too is the demographic for baseball or sports games in general isn't really the demographic for TikTok. That's what I'm confused about.
Yeah,
but they're trying to expand and bring in people who aren't already there, right?
Yeah, they just need to start openly allowing super ultra right wing shit, and they'll just get a dedicated following.
Yeah, or instantly. Or if your baseball star has a TikTok, right? What if Jose Canseco is on TikTok?
Oh, I'm sure some of them are getting paid millions of dollars a year just to have a TikTok.
Yeah,
because I mean, Garry actually alluded to this earlier. Like, your social media clout, like even for like, okay, so I'm not familiar with the music industry at all. I'm not a musical guy. I can't.
You know all this shit about Trent Reznor.
I don't. Well, yeah, I enjoy. I know what I like.
Oh, you're a consumer. Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. You know, and it doesn't matter what genre. Like, if I like something, I like it. That's just how it is. But I see the similar thing happening with like acting, where like people aren't getting selected necessarily because of their talent, but because of their social media clout. Mm-hmm. Like you were mentioning that earlier, like way earlier, about how like they look at that. That's honestly a metric you have to have. You know?
Yeah.
The more clout you have online throughout various platforms too, not just any one platform. They want you to have a wide net, and if you have that, you're more likely to get to where you want to be.
Exactly.
Even though it's fucked up, that's just how it is.
Dude,
that's the game now.
Lim didn't tell you the funny part about this robot. This restaurant was pretty new. It's like been open like 5 weeks, and the busser comes over and he's clearing the table, and he goes, he's chatting with this nice dude. And he goes, hey, you know what's funny is we've only been open a little while. Everybody loved this place. We were getting 5-star reviews across the board until we just brought in the robot like 2 weeks ago. And then people are mad if the robot doesn't come to their table. Like, the robot doesn't go to every table.
And didn't he say the words also?
I'd get mad too.
Yeah.
And then did he say they got mad because they didn't come? The robot also didn't come multiple times. If you order food once, so it's only going to come once with your food. You usually order once. Mm-hmm. We happen to order. Well, actually, we ordered 3 times, but they only brought the robot once. So he's saying people are complaining because the robot's not there enough or not at all.
Yeah. Wow. So they added this entertainment, but it caused a negative impact on their reviews. But they got better, and it hurt their online cred. So it's a weird.
Well, even if I heard that the robot server at your restaurant was bad, I'd still be like, "There's a robot server. I don't give a shit if it's bad or not. I want to see this thing in action."
Yeah, I don't know.
This motherfucker bringing me my mozzarella sticks.
I don't know.
I hope it doesn't have eyes. I don't want the help looking at me. You know.
I hope I don't get canceled culture for this from robots. But so as we were sitting there, the robot came out to another table and they did the happy birthday thing. So at a table they had a happy birthday, And then I think the robot had music coming out, right?
Yes, at a different program.
So there's a different program for the robot to come out with the music, and then the waiter and waitress followed behind the robot and singing to the music or whatever music was coming out of the robot.
Wait, where was this?
I forget the name of it.
There's a new dumpling place here in Vegas called Xiaolong Dumpling.
This is in Vegas?
Yeah.
I will be there in January. I would much like to know where I find
Is it in Chinatown?
Yeah, Chinatown, yeah. It's pretty new.
All right.
You know,
Sorry, Liam. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just got so
Well, you're going to be
excited.
disappointed and give a 1-star review because it only stops at your table like one time maybe. But
well, here's the bet. Will there be no robot by the time Joe gets here, or will there be 5?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
So as the
I'll
robot
bet on 0.
I want to sexually harass a robot. That's all I'm saying.
it's just a shelf. There's no boobs. There's no ass. There's no
I'll
legs.
find a way.
Slap the back.
So as the robot's doing the happy birthday music and they're singing, as we're sitting there, my feeling, I don't know if you felt this, I was sitting there watching that group of people get really excited. They had their cell phones out, selfies, Instagram photos, and I'm just like, it doesn't seem that great. It's just a shelf with wheels.
No, but the happy birthday song has never been great at restaurants. It's always the staff clapping and singing for your birthday.
No, but they also took out the selfie. They took out their phones for selfies and Instagram photos when the robot the first time around came with the shelf of food.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that great.
You don't understand. They're going to show all their friends now. Look, the robot sang me happy birthday.
Yeah, I guess I'll get cancel cultured by robots or something. It wasn't that great, but
Dude, I know. I've seen people like they do the club presentations, like full on huge presentations.
Yeah.
Like we would have to clear out the walkways of guests because they have a literal ship with 5 cocktail waitresses in it with bottles and shit that they're rolling through the whole entire nightclub to bring the ship to a table so people can drink those bottles. It's
Yeah.
dude, this is just a lot of bullshit. Like it's kind of corny to me because
It's super corny.
it's what? Like what is this?
No, but you understand. In
Bro,
that moment, you are the
I-
VIP, right?
Yeah.
You're the star of that moment.
Yeah.
I have to watch homeless people shitting in the street, and this is what you guys complain about. Yeah, we got robot fucking women driving boats to you to bring you booze. And meanwhile, whether or not it's gonna take me twice as long to get to work today than it did yesterday because some guy pushed a Target fucking shopping cart down the embankment into the freeway.
You don't understand how hard it is to live in Las Vegas, Joe.
It's torture.
Struggle out here.
for your Twitch, you're doing it every day. So if you're doing this podcast today, is your Twitch? Did you not Twitch today?
Oh, I'm doing it right after I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Right
Oh, hey,
I'll
I'll join it and I'll follow. Oh,
Yeah,
by the
man.
way, for everyone that's not, I'm sure you know this, Gary, but like if you have a Twitch open in a tab and you go to a different tab or you go to a different window, it decreases the viewer count. Like it knows that you did that. It knows you're not
actually
watching.
watching.
So there's no fake watching.
Yeah.
What if you have 2 screens and you keep it up on one screen?
You can do
There
that.
you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the best way to deal with it. 'Cause that's all it could really detect. I mean, it's still running within Chrome or the browser.
What if Gary sets up 20 crappy screens and has them watch himself? Does he always have 20 viewers on the count?
From 20 separate
no.
IPs.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key right there. You need all the different IPs, and that's another thing too. Like in general, so if you could even get to 20 viewers, even 15 or 10, you're doing better than like 90% of all Twitch people.
Yeah.
The vast majority of them have 0 to 2 viewers, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're already doing better than most, and it only has up to go.
You're on
But
next level shit ready.
No,
But like
thank
Emmett
God.
or Pink, I'm sorry, Liam. Fuck. I'll stop doing that one day, dude.
My nickname
Sorry.
online is Mr. Pink, so he keeps on calling me Pink.
Dude, I've known him for 4 years as Mr. Pink. So like it's hard for me to disassociate that.
If you see
But,
Mr. Pink talking trash on your live stream,
Okay, I know who that is.
What was I going to ask? We could delete this next question if you don't want to answer. So that's a flag for me to find it. This piece of the conversation. So, what's your thoughts if in a world where if someone said to you they could give you fake viewers and you paid say I don't know a price, say $100,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll get you fake Twitch watchers
Pakistan.
from Pakistan. Say, I don't know the number. Say they'll give you 5,000 viewers, maybe 500 viewers for $100.
50. We'll call it 50.
For $100.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm guessing.
Pakistanis got something to do, man.
Well, I theorize they probably hacked the system. They probably have a bunch of cell phones, so now, say they offer you pay $100 and they'll get you 5,000 watchers for a month every day. Anytime you live stream, they'll have them watching you, and then you kind of figure out this is beneficial to you. Would you do it? What's the gray area? So let me soften the question for you.
Well, you want to trap them, but not really trap them?
No, I'm not. No, I'm actually just trying to just ask a question because I'm gonna actually cancel culture myself after answering this.
No, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
I think that with less words, that's where I'm kind of going. I think I see that YouTube's algorithm is corruptible.
Mm-hmm.
So paying for these services seem to have benefits to a channel, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about it I've been thinking about it often.
For our audio listeners, Gary's giving the I would never do anything illegal face.
This isn't a sting.
And to be open, I'm not trying to trap you. This is just I feel like I'm a very moral person. I'm a very moral person, and that is pushing me into the gray area where I'm
Garry area.
I'm coming down to your level.
where I think about it. So
Would you buy fame?
That's where I think I would. I think.
Now, it's like a multifaceted question because on one hand, I wouldn't do it because
I flagged it so that we could delete it. If you don't like your answer later, we could delete it. So
okay. On one hand, I wouldn't do it because it takes away from what your actual main line is, because the bots can't really support you. You know what I mean? The bots can't show love. The bots can't say, "Yo, they can."
They can't buy. They're not going to go buy your fanny pack.
no. So what?
Yeah, exactly.
So my
exactly.
Theory on that too. So say the 5,000 viewers go on. What the algorithm will do is like YouTube will then advertise you more,
Expose you more.
So then the 5,000 bots will leave eventually, but then you might have gained an extra 200 because of that.
You leveled up.
Exactly. That was the other part.
Okay,
it's like, dude, like if you know a way to finesse it, then by all means, why not?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
so it's like, because I mean, some people you see like that they have a page, right? And you look at the numbers, you look at the overall everything that's going on the page, and you can really tell like something isn't right here.
Yes.
Like there's because I had a friend, right? I had a friend work on my Instagram, and he wasn't buying followers, but he was what do you call it?
I don't know. What do you call it?
What do you call it? Like social hacking? Is that what it's called? Like kind of like social hacking. So basically what he would do was he would go and he would find people.
He would turn you into a bikini chick for 3 months? And
almost. So he would find other artists that he thought were similar to me, right? Find their friend list, the people that are following them on Instagram, and he would follow all of those people, right? And some of them would follow back, some of them wouldn't. Doesn't matter, because after about a month or so, you're going to unfollow all the people that you just got done following and take whatever trickle down that you got that followed you back. But what it resulted in is, yes, I got genuine followers, but if you look at the engagement rate is low because those genuine followers aren't high quality followers, So that's the main thing that always held me back from buying viewers or followers or anything like that, because I saw the effects of doing it in a semi-genuine way. the only way that it would be really successful is if you could make it look genuine. That's it. Because you know
hear that, Emmett and Liem. We gotta make a bot. We can make a bot that can engage and follow.
Exactly.
Because I mean, look at that ratio too. Somebody with 1,000 follows but gets 300 viewers a stream. That's much more interesting to Twitch than someone that has 10,000 followers and gets 200 people a stream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, plus I want the dumpling robot to follow me too. That would be ideal.
We'll talk about this offline. This may or may not be a crime.
So I
bet if they made a dumpling robot Instagram, it would be super popular. That's what they need to do.
Oh yeah.
Lim,
meme the shit out of that.
You should also, like Garry was actually saying earlier, because I actually watch people that do this, and there's actually a lot of people, and they give a lot of money. You should edit this shit on live stream, the podcast.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Well, there's
100%.
some footage that I have to delete.
No. I don't think so, dude. The shit I see on Twitch, it's
no. It's the personal information. Say somebody tells me about their business on this podcast, and they give some insider information, like
okay. Well, you go through and delete that first. It's your first step. And then you live stream yourself editing the rest of it into a coherent episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just saying. Because
that's a great
I
idea.
watch people editing shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I already know that people watch it.
Weirdo.
Cool.
And well, yeah, dude. They make more money than I do just editing shit on live stream.
Nice.
Shit they're gonna put on YouTube and make money off of anyway.
If you're sitting there doing it anyway.
Yeah,
exactly.
I literally subscribe to somebody that does
editing.
that. I pay $5 a month to a guy that does horror movie kill counts. But I watch.
Holy shit, dude!
Well, he does it in a way where he's essentially giving you a 30-minute recap of the movie, but it's fair use. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. It's just fun for me.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
I saw an older woman on there that just puts puzzles together. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, man, that's a niche right there.
like for hours, just working on a puzzle.
For hours, just
Holy
working
cow.
on puzzles, man.
Yeah, I watch those too. And also, believe it or not, too, I actually subscribe to and watch a lot of music people. But most of them are film people. So like this one guy I watch where he'll improvise a drum score to movie scenes. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
On Twitch, and I fucking love watching
shit!
It. Yeah, it's really cool.
Dude, with that puzzle
That's
lady,
super
I'm imagining like millions of people around the world who too poor to have puzzles, but somehow they have a cell phone to watch her on.
Garry, I highly recommend thinking about that too.
What's that?
Pick popular scenes from popular movies and
score
and them live.
Oh, dude, that would be super ill.
Yeah, dude, people
would
love
be
that
super
shit,
ill,
people like
bro.
me, especially like, dude, that's what I live for. I love watching people do that.
I live for this.
I'm not joking. Like I watch people on Twitch all the time. That's all they do is they score movies live with whatever instrument they're like. Like this is one chick I watch. Her name is literally the violin chick. And she does these live scores to movie scenes, and she has 20,000 viewers a stream.
Is she hot also?
No, she well once again wrapping back around to Gary's full of wisdom over here. Wrapping back around to what Garry said, like all of her features make her attractive. Like combined.
Totality.
Like,
does that mean big boobs? What does that mean?
She's not like a Kardashian or anything.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that I'm even attracted to them. What I'm saying though is that, like, I don't know, her personality, I guess, and her body makes her attractive.
Wait, are you saying she's not hot?
No, she's hot and has a personality and
pretty much
has good
Is she Chinese?
Pretty much. No.
Is she in a hot tub too?
No.
So jumping back on the subscribers thingy. Now, my theory on it, I'm really glad that you brought up your point. I value that actually.
Mm-hmm.
My theory prior to you saying what you said about how you get like fake followers and the engagement is less.
Faking the funk.
I was theorizing that I feel like my podcast has, in my opinion, I'm biased. It's my podcast, so obviously I feel a certain.
It's amazing.
That's what I'm getting at.
It's literally the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I wouldn't go that far, but I do feel that
Since I joined.
I feel that
I watch your podcast more than any other podcast.
To listen to yourself.
Classic.
Sorry.
Just fast forwards to his parts.
Where was I going? I think the product that's being produced from this podcast is, I think, genuinely good content. I do think so. I might be biased, but I think we have talks with doctors, with topics from prison guards, robotics, everything.
robots.
And I think it's decent content. So I've been thinking about paying, or I thought about paying for like those fake bots and stuff, because even if I could get out of 5,000, if I could get 100 real subscribers, I feel like I have good enough content. Not that I will win every time those 100, but hopefully even if I get 10 really good subscribers, it'd be worth 10 out of the 100 out of the 500, if that makes sense.
I see exactly what you're saying.
That's my theory.
I see exactly what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll work out.
No, it'll be weird. There'll be 10 poor guys in Pakistan like addicted to your podcast.
If they're happy with the podcast, if they're happy with it.
I would doing my job, but this guy's amazing.
I think I might try it on a dummy account first.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I might try it on a little throwaway account first, or even consider this is something like, dude, I tried my hand at it, but Facebook and YouTube ads.
Oh yeah,
Facebook and YouTube ads.
I was thinking about that too.
Because you have the video form content, and I feel like it'd be a lot easier for you to run those type of ads, bro.
Yeah.
Especially with the shorter clips, because I know you have the short,
Yeah.
have like the clip page too.
Yep. I got the 1 minute page, and then the 5-10 minute pages also.
Exactly. And I tried my hand at it, but the reason I feel like the main reason it didn't work for me is because I don't have copy. Like I don't have a music video. I don't even have a music video out. So it's not like they're getting the visual that they need. You know, I just put up like a little lyric video or something. It got a little bit of engagement, but the quality of it was low. You know, you have the type of content where you could make up tons of copy for it. You know, you just have to ask a question, like have the ad be a question like, so what do you guys think about the robotics? What do you guys think about the future of music? You know?
Yeah.
But you know, it would be a little bit more expensive than doing the bot thing.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And be a lot more trial and error too.
I have the analogy that will take all of the moral and ethical reservations out of it. I think it's very much like sports, and doing the bot shit is like performance enhancing drugs, right? So do athletes use steroids and shit to get to that top level? Does anybody care once they're there? Do you care how much juice Barry Bonds did or Mark McGwire? Right?
No, not at all.
In the end, you're just there to watch them compete. So if you can get into that elite level, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking steroids to get there. Because I see it a lot in the business world, right? You'll see successful business people, and they never tell you how rich they were before they started, or how much, you know, in real estate a lot, you know, my dad was a broker, right? So of course I grew up knowing everything, and then I started when I was 19, and you know, so yeah, of course I'm good at it, right? So it's not a fair playing field to begin with. Right? And you're a new young blood right now. You know, do you want to be a big dog? Why not take the steroids?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Wait, are we back on steroids again?
Yeah.
Or at least a little bit of growth.
Yeah, but you're not doing anything illegal by hiring these.
Oh, I don't know the red tape on that one. With YouTube, I don't know if you're allowed to. There's the paid YouTube ads. That one's legal, but then to do the bot stuff, I think that breaches their
agreement.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we would.
I think everywhere, bans bots in general.
Well, they ban it, but from my theory, I don't think they have a way to catch it. They don't have a way to like stop it.
Right.
Like if I paid, they probably wouldn't know that I paid for it.
Yeah. Well, if you can't catch me, then I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But that when you said that when you said something about there's certain people putting out content, it made me think. I forget the words you said, that they don't have the amount of subscribers that should be for their content. Meaning, so I went to this couple channels. I try to look at potential competitors or other podcasts, and I see ones where man, their video quality sucks. Their audio is terrible. Like I can't even. It hurts my ears listening to their YouTube channel, and they have fucking like 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, like 500,000 subscribers. I'm like, what the fuck? Like my product is so much better than theirs. It's simple. I don't think that's me being biased. Their product fucking sucks. Their color grading on their video sucks. Their audio sucks. Everything sucks. Their content, I feel like, even kind of sucks. But and they have like 500,000 subscribers. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
so
I'm thinking they paid for the bots. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Are we on Stitcher?
I think I am on Stitcher. Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Joe's looking up bot programs
Well,
right now.
I paid for that. I paid for it for the last 3 years, and like if you're not on there, like I would never listen to you. So.
Oh wait. Oh, I thought Stitcher was a free one. You could
There's a free tier.
Okay.
But
right.
most people have premium podcasts that I think you can access earlier.
Wait, so I
don't know.
Can you search Stitcher right now?
It's $5 a month. I don't whatever. I spend so much time in traffic. I'm just totally cool with it. I listen to podcasts 24/7. So
when later tonight, search me on Stitcher to see if I'm there. All right, we're gonna do the final questions.
Final questions.
First question: what great daily habit or habits do you have?
That's a lot. It's basically sticking to a schedule. Generally sticking to a schedule and staying faithful to the schedule, because consistency is key with everything that you do.
Mm-hmm. What is there any part of this? Maybe in the morning, is there a ritual that's part of the schedule?
Waking up, checking the crypto prices in the news.
Awesome.
And now lately I've been checking the crypto prices more often because Mana had a pump and I was like, oh yes.
Nice. And that goes right to our second question very nicely. What do you know or think of cryptocurrency?
Everything. I know very little because there's so much out there and it keeps on growing. So I try to stay up to date, but for the most part, I keep it simple, dude. Like I dabbled in some DeFi. I'm into just the regular investing. I haven't done any margin trading or anything like that. I haven't done any of the collateralized loans, but I know that's lucrative right now. I just like to sit on stuff that, like, I like to find projects where I feel like I've already found them, but the projects that I believe in that have an actual use case, an actual use case, a strong community, and they already have things in motion that are out there. Like Mana has Decentraland, BAT has Brave. So stuff like that is what I like to put my money in. But I'm like not a Bitcoin maximalist, but I'm like a Bitcoin maximalist. Like Bitcoin, everything. Like Bitcoin is the number one to me.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm a software engineer. Been doing it for like almost 2 decades. So I look at blockchain quite differently than most people that just get into cryptocurrency, where they just look at the prices. I think you bring up a great point that a lot of that, if I had to guess a ratio of the people that talk about crypto, usually it feels like 85% just talk about the price. For you to bring up about the use cases, that might be another 10%. And then, no, it might be 14%, and there's only 1% that kind of talk about, I think, the true deep possible uses of blockchain decentralization. So that's where I feel like I'm in that tiny percent where I feel like I'm able to understand decentralization the way you have decentralized nodes doing a consensus of truth, consensus of data, and consensus of the blockchain. That consensus of truth can go a massive long way, and that's a paradigm shift waiting to happen for us humans. I think it's when, it's not if, I think.
Yeah, like this is my thing where I struggle to I see how deep it can go in certain industries, but sometimes I struggle to see the totality of how it's such a game changer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what most people don't, because it comes down to the consensus of truth or consensus of the blockchain. That is a paradigm shift to anything that we've ever had. So right now, the banks print out money, the banks and the government. That's a centralized unit. The government makes laws. That's a centralized unit. Even though there's parties in play, but it's still a centralized thing that they control. Me or you, none of us really can make much of an impact on there. Where decentralized, it's truly a consensus of the people involved. So the miners, the developers, and the community vote. The community may or may not vote every time, but they are part of it, and their potential protests can get to the developers and the miners. So if someone cares enough, become a miner or become a developer. Miner is probably easier on some of it. So that consensus of truth is the game changer. Like, you could build whole new systems with it. Emmett has heard it many times. If maybe afterwards, if you want to talk about it, I could go for hours. So I don't know of a quick way to try to give you a summary of it. I don't know if you want to throw in a quick summary that
just that you don't have to predict the future to see that a momentous change is coming, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't need to predict everything the internet was going to do back when it came out. Right. So in 1995, email was brand new shit.
Exactly.
Right? But that was
You've
very
got mail.
yeah. But that was very step one primitive stuff. And then look at everything the internet does now. Nobody could have ever predicted.
Nobody could have predicted the speed of porn. Nobody.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yo.
No, nobody would have predicted. We're talking
every
to
kink you could imagine, you get instantly. Think about that. Think about that. What a glorious time to be alive.
Yeah,
It's
but you
free.
never would have predicted some dude in Portland drinking a mango beer would advise to you to live stream your editing efforts.
yeah.
Like, how insane is that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah. Yeah. Lim,
What the fuck are you talking about? Who else is going to Portland?
yeah. No, Lim's
Cheating on
literally.
me?
Yeah, Lim's literally gonna start live streaming his editing because he's spending
Good.
all his
He
days
should.
editing. Yeah.
He should.
Absolutely.
And you just need to, this is the number one thing too, for like people that have no viewers on Twitch. If someone does click on your stream and you're not saying anything and just clicking buttons, they're going to leave within 30 seconds.
Facts.
You need to be talking to yourself the entire time.
Yep.
Explain to yourself your own process, because at least that's something for when someone comes into the chat, you know, they have something to engage with, because dead air on Twitch is worse than radio, believe it or not.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
You're
They could
always
literally
on
just be
stage.
talking the entire time. Yeah.
That's crucial.
Yes. It is
Crucial.
that's how you get people to not leave in 30 seconds,
Gotcha.
which is like the biggest hurdle.
Yeah. All right. My boner went to flaccid, so let's get back to crypto.
Let's get Pink back. I'm sorry. Let's get Liam back up. Let's get Liam back up. We can do it.
No, I'm gonna take those suggestions, and I'll think how to run the Twitch thing. And that I think it's good information. So if you have any questions afterwards, feel free to ask me anything about crypto or blockchain. Okay. Joe, do you have anything to add about crypto or blockchain?
Not that I've already covered, but this is a separate entity, which means I shouldn't have even said what I just said. Anyway,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I hope to make money off of it. That's pretty much all I have to say. I've missed out too many times. So Garry, fun fact. I said this in like 2 or 3 podcasts already, but I'm gonna say it again. I sold 60,000 Dogecoin for like $80 about a year ago.
Man, dude.
Yeah.
It's okay. You got the $80.
Man. It just depends on what you did with the $80.
Yeah, but I also do recognize that, like, when that shit would have gotten to like 5 cents, I probably would have sold then. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you don't have
like,
the diamond hands.
I bought it when it was fractions of a fraction of a penny. Like, I bought it so early that I would have been like, hey, this $18 I had left over from buying this Ethereum, I bought Dogecoin with, and now it's worth $2,000. I would have cashed out right there.
Oh man,
Dude, the
bro.
$80 bought you 16 months of a $5 subscription.
That's all right. I made my nut with Ripple. I'm still happy about that. So
Nice.
Oh, hopefully
Whatever.
that court case goes all right, man.
there ain't no
Ripple-
court case.
Ripple
I'm just-
XRP.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Yeah. What is going on with that? Pink. Damn it,
The last
Liam.
I heard,
Damn it.
it's in positive light for Ripple. So meaning it looks like they're gonna win, but I
That'd
that's
be huge.
Yeah. If I had to try to summarize it I'm going to give you the answer, not the why for blockchain and crypto. The answer is I'm not a couple sentences. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Buy with as much disposable income as you can and hold for 7 to 10 years. And hopefully
I have 1,000 Ripple right now because that's all I have left. You think I shouldn't sell?
No, just hold it. Just hold it.
If I'm out, I'm only out like $600. So it's like,
And whatever disposable income you can, just buy more.
I would put it this way. Do you think your whatever cryptocurrency you have, do you think it will continue to go up in the future?
Or do you think you have something else better to put it into? Even if you buy a house, probably one of the best assets, one of the best appreciating assets, will crypto outperform a house?
Yes, I think crypto will outperform a house.
Yeah.
I think the $1 million Bitcoin is coming.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you hold on to it? Why would you ever sell it?
I have immediate needs I need to take care of, but that's my unique circumstance, You
could always collateralize
if I can
it.
if I can get $2,000 to pay down credit card debt or my car, I'll take it. If I made that off a couple $100 all day.
Yeah, if you're in debt, that's a hard choice. Then
It's an investment in the future, essentially.
All right, next question. What's the biggest problem for humans, and what do we do to fix it?
Communication.
I thought you were gonna say we need better beats.
We do. So they can communicate over the beats.
All right,
There you go.
talking to you.
1,000%, man. Communication. People don't talk to each other and let each other know like what's going on. And sometimes that it's like in a crucial moment where it's like, dude, like all you had to do was say something.
Is there a systematic way of, I gave you a wand, but it can't just tell people to talk? Yeah. Magic wand, what system would you create with it?
I guess one where people could see, I guess people would have to see the results of lack of communication juxtaposed with those of a superfluous amount of communication. So you have to see both sides side by side and see how both all the situations play out. I just feel like a lot of the times people don't communicate because of selfish reasons,
Pride.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were going to say you need a digital T-shirt that automatically shows what you should be saying.
a mood ring for your shirt, but a shirt.
Yeah.
All right, next question. What's your favorite food or dish?
Ooh, burn. Tough question here, bro.
Damn, that's a hard question.
Can't say dumplings.
No, not dumplings. My favorite food.
Why are you bringing up the robot again? I'm just kidding.
You almost made me choke.
Clam chowder is so fire, man. Clam chowder.
Clam
is so
chowder?
Fire. If you ever been to the oyster bar at the Palace Station.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Do you like the pan roast there?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, so you like
I like the pan chowder, man.
I like the pan roast better. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the most popular thing there.
Yeah.
That's the most popular thing there, but it's good. But I'm a sucker for clam chowder, dude.
Describe their clam chowder.
It has everything in it, dude. It has everything in it. It has shrimp. Does it have scallops?
Clams?
No, it doesn't have scallops. Yeah, of course, clams. Yeah. Crab. And what
Is it
else
the creamy
does it have?
style, not the red?
Yeah, it's the creamy style. But they have a version that they have New England and the red one is New
Is
York.
it Boston?
No, Boston.
York? I don't
Boston or New York. Some East Coast shit.
Manhattan?
Yeah.
I forget.
Manhattan. Might be. Maybe. But they have a version where they mix them both in together, dude.
know.
They have a version where you mix them both in together. Still haven't tried it. My aunt did. She said it was good. So next time I go there, I might try that one. But I usually go for New England clam chowder wherever I'm at.
Okay. And then is it over there? Do they serve it with rice or anything, or is it just the soup or bread? Crackers? Probably crackers, huh?
They give you a rice on the side if you ask for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there where you didn't have to wait an hour?
Hell no.
Yeah. So
It's this Vegas legendary seafood spot,
yeah,
and it's so popular, but they only got like 6 seats.
probably 12 or 14, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so there's always an hour-long line at least.
Yeah.
No matter when you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually time it either, I think around I forget 2 at night is like usually a slow time. So you might only have to wait like 20, 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, but I think that's actually part of the thing of it. If you wait for an hour for something, then it's going to taste even an hour better.
All hungry.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're standing there thinking about it.
At least know it's super fresh. I mean, that's a plus.
Yeah.
You know, like I like not necessarily an hour, but I actually like places where I have to wait between 10 and 15 minutes for my food because usually it's fresh as fuck. When you get it instantly, that ain't fresh, yo.
I mean, Arby's takes about 4.5 minutes.
They know
I
the
like
meats.
Arby's too. I'm a fan of Arby's, all right? I'll be one. They're not sponsoring me saying this, but they're one of the best fast food chains around by far.
Delicious.
Oh, speaking of which, Pusha T made that. We Are the Meats. The rapper Pusha T made that. He also made I'm Loving It for McDonald's. He created that.
Oh, really?
Head explode.
Yeah. No
Same
shit.
guy who made Grinding by Clips.
All right.
Made Bada Pa Pa Pa. I'm Loving It.
We're all learning today.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude's probably getting paid, for both of those.
Paid.
Even still, yeah. God damn. All right.
Last question. Shout out 2 friends. Name off 2 friends you think that should do this podcast.
Oh man, my boy Lanre, aka Lazy, and my boy Ian Sean. Definitely those 2. They're both artists also.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's Lazy with a Z.
With
Liem.
a Z.
With 1 Z.
2 Z's.
It might be 2 Z's. Who knows?
All right, so we're going to go to GarryWith2Rs.com, and that has links to all your Twitch and everything else.
Links to all my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, everything that you could possibly imagine. It's right there at the bottom of the site.
I can verify this. After thinking this website didn't exist, I'm seeing it now.
All right, Joe, you got a cup or a drink with you? We're going to cheers for the end.
Got any mango left?
Yeah, mango stash, baby.
Hey.
All right, cheers,
Hot
guys.
Valley.
Cheers.
Fellas,
Gary,
Cheers.
Gary, thank you so much. It was a fun talk.
Thank you guys.
Came a long, long way. Niggas still be slaves. Money on my brain. How the fuck I'm getting paid? I can't just sit up. I gotta get up, pour the liquor, break down the green and then get lit up. 6'4", I'm a big nigga, but I don't ball unless it's big figures. Been in my basement like Big Tigger, picking pussy out the fucking litter. If they ain't breaking, I ain't shaking with them. Man, I'm pimping, I ain't playing with them. You know I like them with a little bit of danger in them. I show up where to aim the venom, and none of my hoes ain't got no shame up in them. All they got is good drugs, XO, and game up in them. Long way. Niggas still be slaves. Money on my brain. How the fuck I'm getting paid? I can't just sit up. I gotta get up, pour the liquor, break down the green, and then get lit up. Long way. Niggas still be slaves. Money on my brain. How the fuck I'm getting paid? I can't just sit up. I gotta get up, pour the liquor, break down the green, and then get lit up. Like the sun every day, I will come up. And I bet you hoes feel me like it's summer. Raised in the desert, I'm used to the hot weather. And I ball all around, but I'm not tethered. Man, I'm G'd up, I don't need to leash them. All my bitches buy, but you need to lease them. I come across a dry hole, I don't even grease them. I